See the first one in the building, that Dirty Breeze, Black African Power. Brother from the UK, Black African Power, man. Y'all know I'm coming to that UK, man. Shout out to all my UK brothers, man. Absolutely. Gonna get into a little bit. Spin Barrel, Black African Power. Let the building fill up a little bit, man. So we can get it all the way in. Y'all already know what it is, man. Like to get it in around here. Got to get it in. We gonna get it in because we gonna get it in. People's coming here for a little bit, man. Let everybody get in. I want to get in. And yeah. Everybody getting in on the get in. Sunday, man, beat up some. Y'all know what it is, man. Come on, man. We're gonna get through this conversation real easy, real smooth. Let the people get up in the building. And yeah. Yeah. We're going live. We definitely going live. Well, I see you in the building, Miss Tiffany. Peace, Black African Power. Tamika, I see you, Black African Power. Yeah, man, I don't know, Shug, man, I don't know, but you know you're my man over here, man. You was on the live, you've been on the live, you've been stopping through, man. You know, you my man right here. You know, we support Shug TV right here, yo. Yeah, we say that shit loud. Simple as that. Yeah, we definitely support Shug, man. Go over there and subscribe to Shug, man. He do something a little different, man. He straight jump on niggas' heads for real, yo. If shit ain't right here on your head. Shout out to Shug, man. All day. Yep. All day. You know, we everybody got content, man. I see you, Tuck. What's up, man? Put this in the server, man. Everybody got content. Everybody do it the way they do it, man. And I just like the way some brothers fight, bro. I just do, man. Yep. The real black atheists and the pseudo killers definitely support Shug TV, yo. Yeah. And I know everybody ain't gonna get along, yo. Nope. Man, make sure y'all subscribe to the server, man. All right, pseudo killer server, man. I got a real black atheist channel in the server, God Killer. Subscribe to that inside the server, man. All day. All day. Yeah. All day long, man. Let the people pop up a little bit, man. We got a good show, man. Y'all see the title, man. Atheism in the black community as a way of seeing through cults. That's it. We got a lot of conversations going on, man. A lot of conversations going on. I'm gonna get right in it. I want a little more people coming in, man. And we're gonna dive right into it. Yeah, the religious mind, yo, will always, you hear me? The religious mind will always keep you confused. All day, every day. Tuck, what it do, what it do, what it do, man. Let's hit a little roll call. Now we hit the roll call. We get 30,000 in the building. Yep, we're gonna do about an hour show, man. Shout out to all the pseudo killers, man. Y'all know what it is, man. Bobby Banger in the building. And you know, we can ready to get this live show started in Atlanta, man. Gonna have some live guests. And you know, our content is very unique, man. So we want to be able to have the best production possible in that situation. All y'all have been following me for a while. Know I had the real black atheist and Black Atheism of Atlanta show, streaming from the cable station. Y'all remember them days, man? So we hitting that format again because we must contend with the pseudos. Hey, yo, make sure y'all go to the store, man. Support the no religion joints, man. Got some fly pseudo killing shirts. Yeah, we killing the pseudos over here, man. Got some real fly pseudo killing shirts, man. That's what we do. We hunt down pseudos. We share that, man. Make sure y'all go to the Abju store. All right. Got the Space Age African joints. Yeah, you know I mean, got the pseudo killing joints. Yeah, this is a fly one right here, man. Yeah, pseudo killing all day. Range of colors, man. Yeah, y'all gotta go make sure nice price on it, bro. Nice fit. Yeah, make sure y'all support, man. Yeah, make sure y'all support. Yeah, we Space Age Africans over here, man. Space Age Africans definitely understand the range of belief systems that Homo sapiens sapien went through. Yeah, we understand that. We get it. We get the whole range. Yeah, I like this color right here, man. Man, make sure y'all support, man. Share the link. Man, share the show. Let's get this building up in here, man. It's Sunday, ain't what better time is it but the Sunday? Sunday solar system. Yeah, we Space Age Africans over here, man. All day. All day. And the question is asked, what you mean about Space Age Africans? And shit, we've learned enough about the Stone Age to understand how religions evolved. We learned about the Stone Age. Everybody that followed, man, we talked about the Stone Age. We talked about technologies in the Stone Age. We talked about mentalities in the Stone Age. We talked about cognitive thinking, how that started in the Stone Age. We give you direct locales of this. South Africa, Pinnacle Point. We talked about the caves. We moved the community off the point of talking about the white boys was in the caves first. We got a caveman. Nope, we can't give them all that technology. Too much technology was developed in caves. We're not giving them that. No, humans didn't come from monkeys. We're not giving them that. No, humans ain't chimpanzees. We're not giving them that. So we're moving forward. And so we move forward by admitting that, one, we have been left behind in a lot of areas, and that's based off of just our history. And we're moving forward, and a lot of African Americans are moving forward. It's essential. We've been moving forward for a while, and there's not a time when Africans and African Americans have not played a pivotal role in science and technology. And we're not buying a narrative that we're the most spiritual on planet Earth. That's a code word for we lost in the largest forced migration in the history of humanity. That's that code word. So whenever you hear you the most spiritual, just say, yeah, we lost. Right. Nobody's running around saying that. No one's beating their chest with that. There would have to be some type of balance. That's what we learned about planet Earth. You balance your ideas. You balance the way you live. Balance is the measure of the day, and diversity is. Okay, so to run around, how about you the most spiritual based off of whose definition? What are you talking about? Your definition could put me clearly in a damn cult. And that's what we're going to talk about. Real Black atheism as a way to understand the cults. All right. Yeah. So I don't care who don't like it. It don't matter. You know, I do my thing. I do my thing. That's why I like to go to the old gang film. Yeah, we're killing pseudos. Yeah. Like to go to old game film, ladies and gentlemen. We go to that game film, boy. That tape don't lie. Black people might lie. White people will lie. But that eye in the sky, that tape don't lie. Nope. Sure don't. Yeah, pseudo killing all day. So yeah, man, support the store, man. Support the show. And I'm here because the people want me here. When the people start wanting me here, then I won't do it no more. I ain't the one to run around and beg for views. I think the content is very interesting and it actually stimulates the brain. And you know, you will not hear me beg for people to watch the show. I mean, for what? We got choices. I think a better production is in line, and that's what we're doing. Definitely stepping it all the way up. That's what I like to do. You know what I'm saying? I like to stay right there in the game. Whether it's blog talk radio, I was in the game. Whether it's the YouTube, in the game. Now YouTube has shifted, it has changed. Now the content that you're watching, better production. And so I can't stay like this and think I'm going to compete and run with the big boys. All my life, I run with the big boys. Got to. Right, that's the only way to do it. Competition. Yeah, we pseudo killing right here. We hunting. We hunting. We hunting. I mean, what you want me to say? We hunting. All right. Make sure you support the show. Get your STEM shirts. For those that's laid back, get your STEM shirts, man. All right. Get your STEM shirts. STEM. Science is undefeated. Get that. Get your pseudo killers gear. All day. Support the pseudo killer channel. Be back up next week. For the ladies, it's fly. It's fly. Yep, all day. Black African Power shirts. Oh, my favorite right here. Y'all know what it is, man. Yeah. Y'all know what it is, man. No religion. 10,000 BCE, ancient tour. Journey to the cosmos. Crafted by nature. Crafted by nature. Ancient tour. Yeah. All right, what we looking at right here, man? See if we can get motivated over here, man. We gotta stay motivated. Got to be motivated. Yeah, we had that magic number, real black atheist, man. Black African power. What's good? What's happening? A well-organized lie defeats a disorganized truth every time. Woo-hoo-wee, man. Y'all already know what it is, man. It's God killer in the house. And I'm coming to do what I got to do. And I'm going to do what I got to do. I'm standing tall. I'm standing strong. Real black atheism is on the rise. Look, man, Bobby banging in the house, man. And that's what we do, we bang. Simple as that. We keep it right where it's supposed to be. And everything is measured around here. Don't let me catch you slipping, because I see you. Man, I love playing chess, man. It's a beautiful game. Learn how to play chess at the age of 11 at the rec center. They need to open up them damn rec centers in Baltimore, Maryland. Lucille Park is where I learned how to, not Lucille Park, Luckman Park in the rec center. And shout out to Luckman Park and all the homeboys and homegirls that's from Luckman Park. That's where I learned, that's where I first played football at. And I played on a 10-12 team and I was 9, going on turning 9. Smallest thing on the team. Smallest thing on the team. And I was getting it in. I ain't even know I was small. See, that's how you get it in. how you get it in, man. You don't worry about everybody around you. You worry about what you can do. Let there be a lesson for you. Focus on what you can do and do it your best. That's what it is. So yeah, y'all know what it is, man. The topic, the Jabari debate, Garfield. I don't know how that's looking. Some things said. Jabari claims that people just disrespected his wife by calling his organization a cult. So I just would like to say that we appreciate Jabari's wife. Not that I know of anybody has said one negative thing about Jabari's wife. Anybody know me, man? I do not interject people's families into the equation. And on the other hand, I don't expect you to interject your family into the situation. So for me, whenever I call what Jabari does, I call it culting. You culting, son? You out there culting, son? Yeah, that's not a slur at his wife, man. He has a beautiful wife, man, college educated, trained in Meta Nature. And, you know, I don't mess with people's wives like that because for what? It makes no sense. You know, I come from a time where when you hustling, you leave people family out of it, man. They non-combatants, and his wife is a non-combatant. So you will never hear me say nothing negative. Now, she might not like me because I be banging on Jabari at times, and I get that. So I don't expect her to like me, but I have no ill will feelings. And I've never heard Garfield say anything negative about the sister. We hold the sisterhood close because a lot of intelligence comes out of the sisterhood. And without that balance, then what would we be? Where would humanity be without that balance, that male, that female struggle together? The oldest institution on planet Earth is the Black family, and where would that be? So no, when I'm saying that Jabari is a cult, I'm saying it because I was in a cult for 5 years. I can see it, I can smell it, I see it a mile away. So we're gonna go right to some paperwork here, right? Right to the sources. But let me call out, man. We got a full chat, man, on this Sunday, man. I'm appreciate that, man. Mongo Slade, what's good? I see you. What else we got? Julanda, what's up with you? I see you. All right, who else we got? Peanut King. Yeah, I like that Peanut King shit right there, yo. Yeah. Yeah, I see that, yo. Shout out to Park Ice, man. Hey, Hilltop, man. Y'all know what it is, man. Hilltop all day. That's right. Y'all know what it is. Hilltop. Infinite Wisdom. Man, I see you, man. I see you. Cedric, what's good, man? Pseudo Killer Official, man. Who else we got? Will, what's up, man? What it do? What it do? What it do? Boy, Suge Knight TV, man. I see you, man. Subscribe, man. Subscribe to that man channel, man. What it do? What it do? What it do? Thirsty Uno, what's up with you? Athena Cross, what's up with you? Kofi Pasa Research Team, Kofi Pasa TV is in the building. Shout out to Kofi, man. Y'all know I fucks with Kofi all day long. Mr. Rich, Black African Power. I see you, Bolton. I see you. What it do? Jamal Milton, what's up with you, man? What it do? What it do? What's up, Eddie Thompson? I see you. Black African Power, Mike Shabazz. What's up with you? Rebel, The Sounds, what's good with you? Yeah, man, Poetic Empress, peace. I see you. What else we got? Rob Rich, sir. What's up with you, Rob? Tuck. Boy, you in here, man? What's this? Miss Essite. Did I say that wrong? Probably did. Fix that. Spin Barrel. What's up? Brother from the UK. Jody Breeze. Hey, man, look. Where we want to start at? Yeah, I don't like when a person use their family because I'm a protector of Black families, right? This is why I do what I do. You know, I hold that close to my heart because I know there's nowhere for us to go. When your time on planet Earth is over with, it's over with. And when people you love and grew up with leave, they're gone. They're not coming back. And the only thing we got is the memories of our family, of our mothers, of our fathers, aunts, uncles. So spend precious time with them. Time is precious. So if you make me waste my time, like act like we supposed to be doing something we didn't do, Jabari, and then fake us out, then I'm salty about that. But that don't mean I hate Jabari. I don't. I just calls that shit out, man. You know, just like people will call me out. You halfway be wrong, sometimes they be right. But I don't mind the call out, and shouldn't nobody mind the call out. And you know, I don't want to like point the finger like shit I do is perfect all the time. That's not real. But I don't appreciate people putting their family in front of the goddamn gun. I don't like that. You put the family and the women behind the shields and the spears. You do not bring them to the forefront and use it as an excuse for why you're not doing something. It's not how we do it. That's not what men do. So when I'm saying that I've identified Jabari is running the cult, then I'm saying Jabari is running the cult. So let's come to the working definition. Let's see if he fits that. Let's see if he fits that bill. Let's just see. Let's see. Let's see. Put it up on the screen. Let me see. Let me see. Let's see. Let's see. We ain't talking about the cult, the and raw and all that neither. Just to get all that straight. We ain't talking about that. Oh, why is that there? Hold on. Modern day cult. It's a modern day cult. There's going to be some things in this definition. Cult. Cult. System of religious veneration, devotion. Nope. Nope. I'm talking about that. I want to come right here. And I just want to go to the first part of the definition. All right. Cult, Merriam Dictionary. All right. Share the screen real quick. All right. Real fast. And let's see if we digging up out of here. Let's see if we anywhere near close. Let's see if we tripping. We could be tripping, right? All right. A couple seconds for that screen to come on there, man. All right. Hey, y'all go ahead and put this in y'all Real Black Atheist folder too, man. Put it in your Real Black Atheist folder. All right. Boom. Put that code in there, man. Put them cell phones up on that screen, man. Put that in your folder. Right, when you go back and look at the download, man, go ahead and put that in there. All right, real easy read right here. So this is what I'm talking about when I'm talking about a cult. It's saying in modern English, a cult is a social group that is defined by the unusual religious and spiritual or philosophical beliefs, like talking to mummies. That's kind of unusual there. You be talking to mummies, that's definitely unusual. And rituals, or its common interest in particular, in a particular personality, object, or goal. This sense of the term is controversial, having divergent definitions both in particular culture and academia, and has also been an ongoing source of contention among scholars across several fields of study. The word cult is usually considered pejorative, negative, right? Real quick, something negative. Slur, right? A grammatical form expressing a negative or disrespectful connotation. When I use it, I'm saying, yeah, I'm throwing a slur, but I'm really meaning it though. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm meaning that. And I'm not sure if I'm trying to throw a shot, because it is what it is. So I'm not trying to make up something that's not there. I think if you're saying something that's not there, then it's a shot. So if you say to me, you don't believe in God, that's not a shot to me, because you're right, I don't. I wouldn't take this as a shot. So I guess a person that feels though they're not a cult or a cult leader, that would be a shot to them, but that's their fault. But in this top definition, right, there's actually nothing in there that talks about sexual deviant behavior. So if a person calls you a cult leader, that doesn't mean you have sexually deviant behavior, right? That doesn't mean you're molesting anything, anybody, any kids. That doesn't mean any of that. So when I'm saying, I'm not talking about that, as what I know about Brother Jabari is like, I don't know him to have a deviant behavior, but we have other cult leaders like Nature Boy and them and Malachi Yoke, and we know they have sexually deviant behavior. Okay, so we don't want to get that mixed up. Okay, but we're saying that charismatic figure, where you're the only one, where you can't take criticism, right? And you can't take it, right? You can't like that overwhelming, like, man, like we never hear you say you wrong at no time. Never. Right? And when we say something, we got to apologize. Sound like people down there, man. All the time, no matter what happened. Right? So I readily admit to the world when I'm wrong. I've made plenty of mistakes. And that's part of being human, is your mistakes. You know, here's a nice saying. A fool learns from his own mistakes, but a wise man learns from others' mistakes. And as I've grown in this thing, I had to learn that. All right. So yeah, that's a call. Charismatic speaker. Have you in the middle somewhere doing all kind of Stone Age rituals. Middle New York somewhere, or wherever you're at. Yeah, it's out of order there. It's really, 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 I'm not the one to say that Africans or African Americans shouldn't have spirituality, whatever y'all think that is. You know, y'all, if anybody been knowing, I always say spirituality is food, clothing, and shelter, and protection of that. I feel like that's the most spiritual you can be in your life, is to make sure you secure food, clothing, and shelter, and protect that. That is the order of the day. That's where the rubber meets the road at. It just is. And for me, that's spirituality. As African Americans, what are we talking about here? To be as financially literate as possible, to be scientifically literate, and respect your brothers and sisters, and fix the things that you say is broken in your community. Because if you come up with an idea, community ain't got this, then that means you're the one supposed to enact that idea. So I knew that the community had a problem with God, right? But they didn't know how to express it, because although they had a problem with God, they found a way to still go back to God. You slow that down. That's why people left Christianity, Islam, and Judaism, because they had a problem with God or the religion and all that. So they eased their way and transformed names like Horus to Jesus. They did that. And they did that following Europeans, the very thing they claim they're not dealing with. And that's the part that get me the most. So there was room for people to not believe, and I wanted to fill that niche, and I seen it. Meaning to make it clear that, look, bro, I know you left Islam, Christianity, and Judaism, but now you've entered into the realm of the New Age religion. You're gonna see it. I'm gonna show y'all. You've entered that realm, and I'm trying to let you know what you're doing. So if I'm in church on Sunday, but I'm in the shrine on Sunday, and I'm reading from the Book of the Dead, which is crazy because that's the daggone quote unquote obituary, and I'm reading from an obituary, and I'm praying and humming, but yet my cousin is down the street in the Baptist church humming. What the hell is the difference between a humming? Who's listening to the humming? Who can hear that? Humming. Who are you humming to? The ghosts? It's the same thing. You just changed the names. So I wanted to be the one to let them know, hey man, you just changed names. You know, you want to be blackity black, but you're using whitey black. Yeah, you want to claim to be black, and you want to claim to be the originator, but everything you're using was originated by some other people, which is funny to me. And this is where the rubber meets the road at. That's why my contention is clear. Why you always want to say they took this, took that? Okay, I get it. But then why don't you go back to the thing that you claim they took then? And what would that be? You don't know. You know why you don't know? Because they barely know about the Nile Valley. Took them 100 years to even start saying Nile Valley. Remember that? It was the Oriental Institute, Mediterranean culture. We still got people doing that today. Concrete Corey, yeah. Chef and Al, yeah. Yeah. But that's my crew though. You know what I mean? But you'll hear them use them terms. Yeah. Ivan Van Sertima is said to be one of the first people to push forward with Nile Valley, saying Nile Valley culture. And I'll come up with a source for that. Right? But we trying to go, we go back to the old kingdom, go back to, Middle Kingdom, right? If that's what you want to do and learn what you think you can learn. But I'm gonna tell you the archaeology doesn't pan out like that because the archaeologists barely can put together that complex Nile Valley, deep-rooted African system. And I'll bludgeon anybody have the depth to think they're gonna get around that. Now, the problem is I was asked a question on Garfield Reed's show. I forget who it was. They said, Uncle, do you think that people in the Nile Valley people are the same people today? I said, yeah, the same people. They speak Arabic. Now, they ain't exactly the Nile Valley. One sec. Mr. Anderson just sucked me up in the black hole. Anyway, where in the hell was I at? I was rocking, I was jamming. Where was I? Was making a point of how somewhere around we need, if we're gonna go back, then go back, right? No, I got the pen. I was talking about I'm gonna bludgeon you if you try to act like that Nile Valley culture wasn't produced by Africans, right? And y'all can say he's running away from the word black. No, in the study, no matter what y'all ninjas say, when we in the study, okay, when we study anthropology, anthropologists aren't using that language. So you're not going to force me to use that language. You can say, well, you changed, you was right, yeah, that's why you say it's kid to say it. No, that's not it. We're not going to play this game, okay? We're not. And the point I wanted to make was that I was asked on Garfield's show, like, whoa, are those people there Egyptian? I said, yes, but ethnically speaking, they're not. Look up the term. They're not. They're like ethnically Arab, but their genes actually put them in those areas. And so for me, who do the study, right? And don't play, you're just gonna show me the pictures in Cairo. Don't just show me the people in damn Cairo neither, right? And Alexandria. Don't do it where it snows at. Don't just do that. Show me the whole range, the 4,100 miles, right? All the way down to Aswan, Khartoum. These are Nile Valley people. Okay, do that. Play it right. see the range. And if you've been following long enough, you'll know that the skin color of the population can change in a matter of what 2,000 years. That can change. I've played videos on the subject. If I gotta do it again, so you might be looking at the population and saying, "Man, these kind of light," and then 2,000 years prior to that, they was way darker than that. That actually happens in populations. We know this. So you're sitting here thinking, well, hey, I'm dark skinned, my ancestors dark skinned, or your ancestors might have been light as the Egyptians that you see today in Lower Egypt. So we're not gonna play the ignorance game. We're not ignorant over here, right? We on our A game all the way. Now, there's some information that I'm gonna put out and produce here, but y'all got to pay for that shit. Yeah, I'm gonna do a lecture, right? Probably make you charge $20. That's support, right? Don't be afraid to damn support. And I'm gonna give you the cultural connections that you need, because I put out information and people are just, I put out the museum, I put out the information. Brother Reggie goes to the Brooklyn Museum, he brings back a trove of information that we can all go to, and everybody just stop talking about that. No one challenged that. No one pulled the information back up. It's available on the damn website, the Brooklyn Museum. Y'all can all read it for yourself, right? So I understand where we're at. We're still stuck in racism, where they say the African had big lips and peppercorn hair and dark skin. We stuck right there. We can't get out of that, right? And until I ask the question, how does that African American look? What color is an African American? Yeah, we range in color from dark skin to light skin. How about the lips? Hell, I got thin lips, but they big across my face. Look at my nose. All mag nose. Yeah, that's funny, right? Yeah, so there is no one way to be African. And just because, this is for my blackity black people, right? Just because those Africans that's living in North Africa right now doesn't fit your parameter of what you felt like an African should look like, doesn't mean they're not African. But y'all mix my shit all up and everybody argument. So that's why I'm glad I'm right here where y'all can hear what I'm saying. I ain't got to hear that side noise bullshit. I ain't got to hear that front noise bullshit. My shit is very clean and accurate. I rely on the experts. I rely on anthropology, which is the study of archaeology, evolution, and all those things to reach my conclusions. Very interesting. So yeah, let's move to this point right here. All right, real quick. All right, then we're gonna open the panel up. All right, just want to get some things in without the foolery. All right. Man, hopefully that pseudo killer channel will be back up next week too, so I can get the beating up, fighting, you know how we do, knock down, drag out, Sosa, you know what I'm saying, Kent, Vance, Cedric, Cosmic Corey, Chef and Al. Yeah. All right, so now this is what I want to do. Okay. Watch how we get down right here. We'll ease this out. Watch this. This is what we're gonna do. So first of all, it's just like I'm thinking that we understand that humans don't need another group of humans to actually tell them how to breastfeed. Humans breastfeed all over the planet. And that ability to feed the babies, especially in the Stone Age time, was a miracle to the people watching. They didn't know what it was called. They didn't know. All they know is the baby is born and the mother's providing sustenance. This is pre-canned milk. We think that humans popped up fully functional and knew everything about the human body and how it worked. No, we didn't. Like I said earlier, we didn't know what conception was. We didn't know how a baby, what it took for a baby to grow. We didn't know. Right now, y'all don't even understand the process of how a woman gets pregnated. I bet you don't. You know, matter of fact, I know you don't, because you got some men hollering about, oh, yeah, that's my seed. Yeah, so no, we right now you got people with cell phones, iPhones, computer, museum, access, watch hospital television shows, and still don't understand how human beings are transformed over a million years, 7 million years. You don't understand that. You don't understand how the James Webb telescope was actually seen back in the time. You barely understand that when you look at the sun. You're not even looking at the sun in real time. You're looking at it 8 minutes later. So why would you think that people in the Stone Age, 160,000 years ago, understood something new? What? Where you going at? To the mall. What staple? I don't got no staple. My daughter, beautiful daughter. Love her to death. Absolutely. Absolutely. So they didn't know. They didn't have that understanding yet. Matter of fact, you read Diop's work, he talks about that. I think it's chapter 5, Civilization Barbarism. He talks about the incest, right? And how early humans, that's how it came about. And then how over time, based off the evolutionary process, right? Y'all can look this up. Matter of fact, Charles Darwin, while we're talking about it, Charles Darwin actually realized that sleeping too close, right, with your family, like your second cousin, right, your cousin, that was something they did specifically in Europe, right? Anywhere, really. But Darwin did that, married his second cousin. But what he found out was his kids were very sickly. So at that point, watch this, during Charles Darwin time in 18 something, they didn't know that sleeping with your second cousin, right, would cause sleeping too close would actually cause certain diseases, right? You know what I mean? Certain like causing being crippled and being sick. They didn't know that. Charles Darwin figured it out by making plants that was too close, and he realized that doing that, these plants weren't coming out right. That's something else you didn't know about. So humans didn't know all that, and that happened. The evolution fought against you mating too close, like your daughter, right, or your son. You know what I'm saying? Like when that happens, the genes are too close, right? Because remember I said diversity at the beginning of the show. So when that happens, it's too close. Things don't come out right. The body made it that way to make you spread out. See how evolution worked? So those who dealt with somebody that was farther down the line, away from their immediate family, right, gave birth to valuable offspring. And we know what a valuable offspring is, meaning having the ability to reach through the age of reproduction. But those who made it too close would not give birth to valuable offspring, because they would have babies that would die out before they reach the age of reproduction. See? Evolution does that, as a matter of fact, right? And your mamas out there, man, you watch who you bring into your homes. Why am I saying that? Because if a female, right, is not your daughter, your biological daughter, right, just by natural processes, the young lady will grow quicker. She will reach the age of maturity faster, sexual reproduction faster around a male that's not close biologically tied to her. Y'all can look that up. Okay? So all the women out there, you got to watch who you bringing around. That's why you instinctively say, I'm not bringing a whole lot of men around. See, that's a biological thing. That's an evolutionary thing, right? So yeah, so when daughters in a household with men that are their father, right? They don't reach the age of reproduction quickly. It's a slow process, right? But there's certain hormones that go out when they non-biological males in the house that cause her to be ready faster than she need to be. Bet y'all didn't know that. That's how we do it around here in Real Black Atheists. That's how we doing it. You know how I got all involved deep into that, but I just wanted to make the point of how early Stone Age people They just didn't know how the process worked, man. So for them, right, this takes me to my point. I just want to take y'all on a little story. It takes me to my point of the quote unquote the virgin birth or the solar deity or how the process around a woman being pure give birth to a god. Because to them, every time a baby was born, anywhere in the Stone Age. What's up, Onyx? Are you ready to go outside? No, all right. 1 sec. Hold on. So to them, hold on, 1 sec. All right, 1 sec. Bang. I'm back. Okay. Man, checkpoint. What was the pen? I gotta put a pen in conversation when I get interrupted about it. So I was talking about the solar deity. Oh, okay. So that whole Mary story and that, man, that's a universal thing, because remember, this is good for y'all right here. I didn't really get a chance to really touch on it. That whole universal thing, that whole solar deity, the whole mother giving birth to virgin birth is really based around the woman. And I want to tie that to where early humans, to them, the woman just was popping up with the goddamn babies. I said all that to say that they didn't know how the process worked. So for them, the woman would just produce, right, this baby. They didn't know what was causing it, right? You say, I don't know what you're talking about. I'm telling you. I'm telling you, they just didn't know that. It took a while to get that straight. You don't pop up, know everything about the body. Right now, there are plenty of things, a lot of things that we do not know about the human body with modern medicine. That's why it's ridiculous when people with herbs and spices think they can dive through the door. It's a bunch of malarkey. Simple as that. Malarkey. Just like they barely know about the cosmos. Barely. Right? We still on the damn front porch. Remember I said Africa is the bathroom and the house is the rest of the planet Earth, and the porch is the fact that they've made it to space and came back and sent some probes up and all that. That's the porch. But the James Webb represent looking across the street. Right. Sometimes we sped up. We speedy uppy. Right? We think it's all that's why I say time, place, people, events, chronology, it's essential. Because we sit here thinking we know more than they really know. We sit here thinking they really know about Egyptian religion. They really don't. They didn't find everything like that. It wasn't in a history book like the Bible. It wasn't none of that, right? So yes, this making the woman pure, this immaculate conception, right? Because God can't come through things that are blemished, right? Remember, God supersedes the law. Just like the king supersedes the law, right? You can't just lock the king up, right? And as a matter of fact, people become king based off of them breaking the law and making new laws, right? Like you can't just arrest the police 99% of the time, and people don't understand this, because you shot somebody and killed somebody. But let you shoot and kill somebody, you're gonna get locked up. Yeah, because they operate in a position, before the law. Now they supposed to follow the law, but to you, you're like, man, he just killed my baby. Why isn't he getting locked up? Let you kill somebody, baby. Let you kill somebody. You'll get locked up, gotta get bailed out. But the police don't just give them leave an absence and make them turn a gun in. Well, that's the same with God. God is above the law. And God can't come through a vessel that's not pure. But this is all around the world. You don't need nobody to tell you that. You don't need nobody to tell you that. That's how it goes. And this is universal. Now, universal does not mean everywhere, every place, everybody had that. It don't mean that, man. No, it doesn't. But what it means is that fundamentally speaking, this is what humans arrive at by having the same things, having children being born, looking at the sun. The sun is the most powerful thing on planet Earth. See it every day. You deify it. You deify the tree. You deify the river. River take lives. People die. Animals die in the river. All that. All powerful. You deify the thing. You don't need nobody in the Dabu River, right? Dabu River. That ain't damn river. I said Dabu. The barge. The Dunan. I don't know. Anyway, all the way up there, the Oxen River. Yeah. All the way in Pakistan, right? They deify the river the same way the people in our valley do. And just because they deify the river and have deities in the river, don't mean that the Egyptian had to go there and tell them that. The river is essential for their survival. That's why you can look at cultures, great river societies. John Henry Clark talked about the great river societies. So the Nile Valley becomes a great river society. Cultures around the Niger River becomes a great river society. The Yellow River, great river society. And you're going to see they're going to do similar things. They're going to develop fishing hooks, a way to get the damn food out the river. They don't need nobody from the Nile Valley to say, yo, you sure got to get the from the river? No, you don't, because you're starving and you're hungry, and that makes innovation. When Homo sapiens, because we all have the same mechanism, when we run up against a problem, we'll find ways to solve it. And it's nice if somebody else has solved it prior to you. It's nice for that, and you'll take that and you'll throw innovation on that. So let's get to show you about the solar deities real quick, real fast, get out of here, then I'm gonna open the panel up, right? So primarily, I want y'all to know that Real Black Atheism, nice platform for you to think about, man, these are natural things. When they showed us the movie Zeitgeist, right? We was astounded, and we was like, man, a lot of y'all lost y'all Christianity at that point where you seen the sun god and the guy and the Mitchell and all that. You're like, oh, it came from Egypt. Oh, you was done. Yeah, that was a movie, y'all. That wasn't scholarship. You didn't ask yourself, well, how was that? How much do they know about the cult of Aset? What's the similarities? If the similarity mean anything? You never look. How long does it take for a person to understand an indigenous African religion to the point where they can form another religion? You didn't think about that. You said, baba boom. Yeah, because the Zeitgeist movie was baba boom. And it was all there for you. Cursey graves, 16 crucified saviors. Faked y'all out. So here, let me show you the screen for you real quick while we at. No, I ain't looking at the chat because the chat gets you hot and mad, and that ain't what I'm doing. Nope. All right, real fast. We're going to get out of here to get somebody else on the panel here. Solar deities, right? Solar deity, sun god or sun goddess is a sky deity who represents the sun or aspect of it. Such deities are usually associated power and strength. Solar deities and sun worship can be found throughout most recorded history in various forms. There you go. What are we talking about? All right, and of course they come here, the sun sometimes referred to in the Latin as sol, or by its Greek name, Helios. Proto-Germanic word. So Germanic tribes had that. Man, ain't need no damn Egyptian. So let's come right here. All right, solar myths real fast. We moving in and out. We moving in and out. Okay. This is the guy that John Henry Clark told us to look. Was an American anthropology lecturer, self-published author. He was a proponent of the Christ myth theory, and this is where most of us got it from, right here. Yo, I got his works. All right. And it ain't myth theory. And we ain't talking about a scientific theory neither. All right? So who knew? We thought that was it, but it's right here on Wikipedia. Max Muller. Frederick Max Muller was the German-born theologist and orientalist. You know what that is, right? Like, you know, he studied Middle Eastern studies, right? Like, you probably studied Egypt too, but Muller did study Egypt, but they was the orientation. Remember we talked about the orientation? They orientated themselves to Europe and European and classical civilizations. So when they looked at Africa, they was bringing a orientation to the table. That is completely understandable. Bias, right? The tree worship, totemism, Manhart and totemism of J.F. McLean. Okay, watch this. Sanskrit, Muller, solar mythology was born from the study of Indo-European languages. That's from Muller. Indo-European languages. Now, y'all want to see what that is? There you go. All right. So they don't need Egypt. They don't need none of that. They got their own thing. Right? They don't need us to show them how to become the kingship. They don't need none of that. See, they don't need that. And that's the way I was told. Yo, the African walked around the world. Forget evolution. We walked around the world. Simple. And we taught everybody. Yeah, we don't do that no more. That ain't how we doing it, right? Real quick, solar myths. I want to get right to where the rubber meets the road. All right. Solar vessels, sun chariots, Egypt, Neolithic, solar barges, ancient Egypt horse, Khufu's boat, Giza, Bronze Age, Nebra, sky disc. That ain't got nothing to do with Egypt. Bronze Age. Look at that. Y'all see that, right? Yeah. Same type of things. Same type of things. They don't need Egyptians, though. Just showing you. That's okay, though. Let Homo sapiens sapien be Homo sapiens sapien. They say the concept of solar chariot is younger than that of the solar barge and is typically Indo-European. Who knew that? Hey, y'all was all right here. Look, y'all was right here, which is cool. Y'all thought you was there, right? But you wasn't here. They had you focus on first, right? Don't worry about the first shit. Worry about what our ancestors got right. And no, I'm not saying that Egyptians are African. I'm just saying that African Americans don't directly come from Egypt. And that's an African American thing, which I find to be fine, that we covered all of Africa. And I don't know why people don't understand that. You know what I'm saying? Nobody is arguing with a person at lunchtime European when they from Scotland some damn way and they big up in the Roman Empire in Greece. You're not getting on them. You're not mad at them. All right? You're not mad at Native Americans when they nowhere near Mesoamerica, but big up in Mesoamerica. You ain't mad at them. All right? Yeah, I don't want to hear whatever. All right. Okay, so let's move quick. Get right to where I want to get to. Okay. Japanese goddess. I can't even pronounce that. Orum no Muchi no Kami. The hell is that? All right. Solar goddess. All right. Sun goddess are found around the world in Australia. Other European cultures, sun goddess, right? I'm just giving you the whole red. Look, the cobra, the pharaoh, sun. See, that's Africa, right? Matter of fact, I think I can come world religions. I should be able to come to where it's talk about Africa, right? Real quick, let me see. Yeah, Africa. Yeah, Egypt is in Africa. Yeah, ancient Africa. Here you go. This is what we're fixated on at this moment. All right. All right, feeding a young child. All right. Okay. Then you got God is also believed to reside inside the sun. So it's the Akan, creator deity. So you got the Kan, Nyami, Dogon deity, creator, no more. See, also Atheism. All right. Here you go. So all that, Africa, right? Cool. But it's a principle that's everywhere. Why? Because the sun shines every damn way. That's sometimes, y'all, man, what I learned is the simple answer is the best answer. Then you got Asia and Europe. All right. Okay. The Baltic, Celtic. Y'all know who the Celts are. The Celts was like the priesthood of those. I think it's those tribes in Britannica. Yeah, remember the Roman Empire wiped out the damn Celts, wiped out their fucking priesthood. It's crazy. All right, let me get right here. Chinese mythology. All right. See, you people talk about the yin, the yang, and all that. Solar eclipse. All right. Sun deity. Look, sun and immemorial birds of gold. Ancient Shu people. Tai Yang Zoom is usually depicted as a star lord. There you go. The sun. That's not unusual, man. Germanic mythology, right? I like reading Germanic mythology. Old High German, Norse gods, Greco-Roman world. You know what I'm saying? Like they come in contact with these people. Doesn't mean it took it for them. No, everybody get the sun. You can borrow things, you can add it in, but the primary thing that I'm saying here is that these are universal things that we looked at zeitgeist and lost all that. We didn't realize that. Hellenistic mythology, Greek mythology. But let me come right here. This is where I really want to get you and get us out the game. Watch this. Put them out the game. This is what I really want to do. I want to do this right here. I want to come right here. All right. And, you know, when you start talking about, shoot, let's see. The 12, Jesus' 12 followers and all that, and the constellations and all that, entered into the waiting arms of Scorpio to be kissed by a Scorpio bite. Man, unreliable sources. You can't even get no source. Citation needed. All right. Many of the world's sacrificed godmen, such as Osiris and Mithra, have their traditional birthday and on the 25th of December. Citation needed. Citation needed. So we're getting away from the side. We can't even click it on to get the citation. Read the citation, right? Yeah, we fighting over that. Now we're gonna get that out of here, right? Hinduism, all right? Sun deity, sun worship. Surya, all right? There you go, all right? This is what I want to click on right here. I want to do this. This is where we caught up with it. Okay, at the beginning of the first century, the sun on the vernal equinox passed from Aries to Pisces, right? Let's come right here. Age of Aquarius. This is where y'all picked it up at, the age of Aquarius. The age of Aquarius in astrology. Remember, NASA practiced astronomy. Don't get it confused, it's easy too. But the age of Aquarius in astrology is either the current or forthcoming astrological age, depending on the method of calculations of astrologers, maintaining that the astrological age is a product of Earth's slow precessional rotation. Hold on one sec. I don't know. I'll hit you back. Hit you back on this. Y'all just get something. All right, man. All right, bye. Okay, so talking about the procession and all that, boom, the zodiac signs and all that. All right, so we're here, right? We're at the age of Aquarius, age of the song, the meaning, astrological meaning, you get all that. 20, the procession, 25,960, you get all that. All right, what's the point? Yeah, see horse, the eye horse, hold on. Let me get here. All right. Aquarius, hold on. Gemini, Leo, the signs, the age of Pisces. That's where y'all came in on all your pseudoisms at. Right? Right here. This is it. This is it. The age of Pisces and all that stuff. This is the beginning of the pseudoisms for Black people. You know, like the song, This is the coming of the age of Aquarius. Remember that? Back 1967. That's the hippie movement. Why is everything always going back to the New Age movement? That's what I'm trying to tell you. So we're actually arguing New Age movement material and don't even know it. So we have these cults formulated around the New Age movement, acting like it's Nile Valley culture, but calling it Nile Valley culture. It's not that. It's the New Age movement. It's the age of Aquarius. The astronomical age of full coming. This is what we doing, y'all. And that's not real indigenous African culture. That's not it. And we get called on that. We actually getting called on that nonsense, man. That's the point I'm trying to tell y'all. That is a bunch of malarkey at the end of the day. Oh man, the common position expressed by many astrologers see the age of Aquarius as that time when humanity takes control of the earth. Yeah. Here it go. Man, listen to the doctrine they teaching you now. Come on. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. Here it go. Right? Oh man. Hold on where I was at. The control of the earth and its own destiny as its rightful heritage. Be natural, live natural. The earth is ours. That's all hippie talk. Not just it's white hippie talk, blackenized. And now we talk to mummies. This is amazing to me. This is bizarre. Watch this. Watch me get into it. Watch this. Rightful heritage with the destiny of humanity being a revelation of the truth. We got the truth. And the expansion of consciousness. There's that word, consciousness. Conscious community. Those who kick Blackology, those who kick the age of Aquarius, those who are following the New Age hippie movement, Egypt, Kemet, that's totally different than what Dr. Bennett was talking about. That's not what's being promoted now. It's not, I know. I was in the cult for 5 years, remember? I know the difference. No matter how many mistakes Dr. Bennett and John Henry Clark made, and they made a lot, based off of technology, based off the time, based off of things not being discovered yet, based off a whole lot of stuff. They wasn't teaching the age of Aquarius. They wasn't teaching chakras. They wasn't teaching, I'm talking to mummies. You ain't never heard them say they talk to mummies. If you got somebody say they talk to mummies, they're a cult leader. There you go. See, got them. Got them. Put me in the game, coach. Consciousness, and that some people will experience mental enlightenment. Yeah. Mental enlightenment. Yeah. Mental enlightenment and advance of others, and therefore be recognized as the new leaders in the world. There you go. Who knew? Who knew? Crazy. Crazy like that glue, ain't it? Get out of that screen. Yeah, it all takes you back to the New Age movement. It all takes you back to the Egyptian movement. It all takes you back to pseudoscience. This is not what was happening in the Nile Valley, y'all. So let me sum this up. I'm basically saying that when you start trying to tie Christianity and Judaism, its origins in Nile Valley culture, you're actually showing that you don't understand ancient 5,000-6,000-year-old culture in the Nile Valley. Juju voodoo systems, complex beyond repair. What Egyptian religion are you talking about? See? Wasn't locked in like that. Wasn't in a book like that. Wasn't locked in. You couldn't just read chapters of it. Wasn't none of that. The history started with each pharaoh. Okay. Ain't like they took a big giant crane and dug up the whole thing and shifted through it. They ain't found 90% of it. They don't understand it. But Or we make conclusions as if we do totally honest. We don't. You got Christians arguing about, and they got a Bible, and they arguing, let alone finding a little bit of this and a little bit of that, and that's it, and act like we know. Nah, dog. So of course you're gonna have some influences back and forth. Of course you're gonna have influences. But if that whole piece we've been given, man, that's just wrong, man. All right, and I'm letting you know that. It's a little bit too much for me. Clumping everything together, blah, blah, boom, I'm not gonna be able to do that. Y'all say what y'all want to say, man. Hey, I'm going to put that link out, man, that y'all diving into the conversation, man. I got my piece in, man. Appreciate that, man. All right, let me see if I can get you to where I want to get you real quick, man. Get that link out, man. Put that link in the chat for everybody. That link in there, man. Hey, man, make sure y'all support, man. I'm gonna put that link in there, man. Hey, the pseudo killers, y'all already got that link, man. Y'all share that link, man. Where my friends at, man? Where my friends at, man? Big up to the Ravens, man. I'm gonna put that link in there, man. Oh, man. Let me see. There you go, man. Wait for y'all to pop up, man. Oh, let me put this in the back thing, man. Hold on. Anybody got to come through? Yeah, so that's a lesson for the day. All right. And you know it is what it is. All right. People in Zoom, make sure they got it. All right. So, you know, got some clarity, man. We can't ignore the natural world. And I think sometimes we just, yeah, we just overdo that shit, man. It is what it is. You know, I can't. Hell, we overdo it. It's all good though. Yeah. How much time we got rocking, man? Man, got 100,000, 110,000 in the building, man. All right, man. Nice crowd on a Sunday. Nice crowd, man. Y'all pop up, give me your views on it, man. All right. And you know, don't nobody want to come through, ask questions, man. Shout, howl out. You know what I mean? Then you know, I think we put in some good work, man. Atheism and the Black community as a way of seeing through cults, man. And so this is how I dissect the whole situation, right? I make sure I understand times, dates, chronology, people, you know what I'm saying? I make sure all that's in tow, all right? And this is important. I make sure I stay away from anachronisms. I make sure I put everything in its proper context. It's important when understanding things that happened prior to you. You know, we have a wealth of knowledge, and we should never apply our wealth of knowledge on a group of people that wouldn't even know half the stuff that we're even talking about. It wouldn't have been that simple. It wouldn't have been that easy. And by the way, just based off of the lack of archaeology they have in the Nile Valley, based off of the flooding of pieces of the Nile Valley, there's some things we will never know. But one thing for sure, they don't know as much as y'all making them know. They don't even say that, right? Don't make me start parading experts telling you, no, we barely understand that, right? We thinking that they know everything. It's crazy how people make a whole cult around Egypt and the experts barely know. It's crazy to me, man. Boy, pseudo killer official, what's up, Cedric? How you doing, bro? What's good, man?
Peace, God killer. What it do? What it do? What it do?
God
Peace,
kill him.
family.
Pseudo kill him.
You know, from the time I came into the community, I've been saying it, and I'm glad we at that stop sign and really taking the time to slow down. We let go of God and Jesus. Some of us even got as far as letting go of Muhammad and Islam, but we haven't purged our minds of the idea of the supernatural. The concept of a God is still firmly rooted in most of people that deny Christianity. And you saw it in that last video where we were reminiscing and they said it. Show me an African culture that don't believe in God, that don't believe in something greater. So they let go of what they perceived was the white man's religion. And some went as far as to say, no, 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 no. We don't have to let go of the white man's religion. We just need to re-Africanize it. We have to, how do you re-Africanize something that is fundamentally different? You see on the one side, the misogyny that we see in Judo Christianity, we don't see in Kemet or we don't see in African cultures. Still, you're trying to assimilate Christianity with African religion or with African spirituality. It doesn't make any sense. And when you let go of the idea that there's a consciousness outside of a physical entity, there is no room for spirits, there is no room for God, there's only room for nature. So we're making all these substitutes, and that's why they have a problem with a real black atheist. That's why they have a problem with the God killer. That's why they have a problem with me. Spookism is spookism. At the end of the day, you ain't no divine. There is no such thing. Your mother maybe, your father maybe, because your existence and being in this natural world is something that is special. So you want to give some kind of divinity, give it to your mom and your dad. However, outside of this natural world, this whole divine, this whole concept of something being it's got a utter nonsense. And we keep making excuses instead of planting our feet firmly in reality. There's where we see a split between the God killer and the Amun Ra squad. Wu Jiao is on this campaign of we're scared of the word religion. Nobody is scared of any word. We're scared, we detest ideas that don't comport to reality. Truth is that which confirms reality, and that's it. And there are methods that we have today in which we understand reality and creating the illusion that we can understand whatever is happening outside of time and space is utter nonsense. We need to stop it, all of it. That's my bill.
Well, some of us gonna stop, some of us not. I mean, it is what it is. I'm not even mad. I'm just saying, I just like sometimes the logical answer, just the simple answer makes sense. Like that's a whole lot. That's just a lot of. Man, come on, man. You know, we treat the Nile Valley system like it was like a organized governmental religion, like you know, like in Mecca and those, you know, Pakistan, you know what I'm saying? Like Islam is they state religion and all that. That's not how that was. They don't got no national religion in the Nile Valley. They don't have that. Like that's not it, man. So I don't, you know, having a conversation with that for me, man, sometimes it's downright it's just like frustrating to me, man. Like, and we throw everything together like it's a movie. You know, when you watch the movie and something happened to a gangster, right? Somebody robbed a stash, or however you want to do it, was a hit put on them, and then 5 minutes later they retaliate. You know, that's not how that shit go in real life, yo. Yeah, that's not how that work when you're trying to get away with it. Now, if you just crazy, wild, out of order, like it be these days, then I get all that. But in reality, those who trying to stay where they stand at, man, something happened, yo, that's not immediate reaction all the time. Like it's time. It's not, you know, we like watching time lapse footage where it's all clumped in and you see the Zeitgeist movie and bam, bam, bam. Man, come on, man. That's not the scholarly approach, man. That's not.
Episodic frame of reference.
That's not. What's up, Gal? I see you jumped over on the panel, man. How you doing, brother?
What's good? What's good with it, bro?
Hey.
Okay, man. Just hear y'all vibe and have a good conversation with you, man. Just chilling, dog.
Oh yeah, I appreciate that, man. You know, I always appreciate the support, yo. Yeah, you know that, bro. Who we got? Velsa, what's up? Talk to me. Am I saying it right? Velsia. I hear you laugh. Yo, you on mute. What's up, Julana? How you doing?
Peace, fam. I'm doing good. Sorry, had it on mute.
I know you did. How you feeling?
Oh God. Yeah, we'll talk in private, I think. But I'll go back Tuesday. It's not fun. Yeah.
It ain't supposed to be fun. It's real.
It's real. Yeah, I don't want to talk about it.
It's real, Juju. But you got it, Juju. You got it.
I don't want
Glad to see you doing better, baby girl. I'm here. Garfield is here, man. Your savior. I'm the savior, like Heru and Jesus wrapped up in one. We here to save.
Man, you can't fight this Garfield, not even with your best book. Run out of here.
Y'all are fun. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate the laughs, though. It helps. So
yeah, man, definitely. Keep fighting.
Keep the spirits up. Keep the spirits up.
We fighting with you, man.
And get the good stuff for the nausea.
we got to talk. I've been having some reactions to the medication for the nausea. That's the problem. So I'm kind of like, I just got to go through it.
Oh man!
Yeah, you ain't got no damn choice though, Juju. How about that? The rubber is meeting the road. Like you don't got no choice.
I don't got no
stand-up person. You're a stand-up person.
Yeah,
It's that moment your ass gotta stand up, and nobody can stand up for you. I'm just the cold hard facts.
Understood.
Yeah,
I'm doing.
You know what? I like the way you handle it though, Shorty. I'm gonna give you that.
Yeah.
Fight. Right now, you're gonna fight. Stay right there. Stay where you at.
Thank you. That's what I do.
You're an example, Juju. Honestly, you're an example of how to handle these things, how to walk through it, embrace all of it. Yeah, it's no fun, but that smile on your face and the spirits stay the same way. And I'm proud of you.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I do, fam. Love you all. Now back to the show.
Back to the damn show. Enough of that. Enough of that. Where the hell is Reggie Marvey? I see you coming in. What's going on, Chef and El Pseudo Killer Fish? How you doing, brother?
Chilling. What's going on, everybody? I tried to click on
come
Garfield.
get beat up, man. Let's go. Come get beat up.
Yeah, you missed it yesterday, though, Chef. Oh, Jeffrey, you had to be there. You were supposed to be there, but I'm gonna leave it alone.
On who panel?
Hey, they summoned Smash, they summoned everybody, and they can't get through. I mean, what's popping? I'm ready for the smoke, man.
Man, I think I cleared the table. I think I gave everybody just a little clarity, man. Like we need to. Where Reggie at? Reggie's stuck into the Mr. Hanson got Reggie.
But Bobby, I appreciate how you are clarifying your point from yesterday. I think people were a bit confused or just stopped listening to what you were trying to say when you were discussing this whole virgin aspect and how it ain't got to be just from Kemet. And I don't know how you feel about it, but I think people forget how humans evolve. Like, we don't have to be in the same exact place to have the same things. Like, polytopic is what happens. Like, organisms in one area will create things to survive, and organisms in another area will do the same. And the creations may be the same or very similar. Doesn't mean they borrowed anything. It's a fact of survival. Trying to live,
everything. Humans do everything.
Right.
It's like somebody saying that the Egyptians created the afterlife concept. You know, and I know that I'm not even gonna argue with Chef, man. But all I'm gonna say is, you know, it's human nature to try to figure out what an afterlife is. It's by you can't get around that. You don't need nobody to create nothing or invent it. Everybody curious. What happened when you die? Everybody, bro. When I was laid up in the hospital, when they thought I had cancer, right, and they took my right thyroid out, right, and I was gone. They had to revive me. I was waiting to have some dream about seeing some white light. I didn't get that chance. I don't know. Maybe I'm built different. That shit is crazy. Niggas nearly killed my ass. They had to resuscitate me and give him CPR and all that stuff to revive me. But at the end of the day, I never saw white light. And
you don't remember
with the doctors.
You might don't remember.
I mean, I don't remember. I ain't get no white light, bro. I wanted the white light.
No, you probably just don't remember, yo. Like that's, come on, like we act like we remember everything.
Nah, I don't remember that, bro. I remember waking up to a male nurse. I know that shit. That shit bugged me out. I'm like, nah, y'all gotta get a different nurse. Ain't no male nurse here, buddy. Nah, that's not happening.
So the assumption is that the white light thing is a factual thing, and you don't remember it. You see how
I don't get exactly, Cedric.
Oh man,
Jeffrey was being sarcastic. He's being sarcastic. I'm gonna let that slide.
No, I'm dead ass.
Well, the reality is, in African life,
if you don't pay attention with Chef, right, he will catch you and bring you down his rabbit hole for spite, and he will be trolling sometimes. Oh man.
Well, the reality. Can I say this about Africa? The reality in Africa life, it was based on divine kingship, and the reality is that whatever your place is in society, that would be your afterlife, right? So the king would have the same afterlife the same life that he has on earth. And so if you look at the early tumuli and all the possessions of the king was there. Now everybody else was a servant of the king, and their life in the afterlife would be based on continuous service of the king in the afterlife. And then later on, there was embellishment.
Sound like Christianity already, but keep going.
And many of the royal families, many of the royal members closest to the king, they wanted same or similar burials as the king, right? And then when wars broke out, where there was mass death, then to stop revolution, they gave the normal people a better place. But normally when you were buried as a commoner, and we are almost all commoners, we would go to our place, meaning our humble burial, right? And we would not have a celestial life, a life in the sky. Only the king had a life in the sky. Now, what cults do is that they flip the history. They choose the best time in history to tell their story, right? They choose the absolute best time to tell the story. So a lot of people in the so-called Kemetic, they choose the 18th dynasty. They don't choose the old kingdom in the pre-dynastic period. They choose the 18th dynasty, where everybody was getting a kind of a funeral.
Is this factual, or is it just what you're guessing? Because how would anybody know what somebody's going to be in their afterlife if they're not in that afterlife?
Well, you're asking, am I guessing, or does the archaeology and the writing say that?
I'm at both.
Okay, I'm not guessing. I can look at the burials of pre-dynastic with the vases and some small goods. And
yeah, but a burial is different than the afterlife.
It's just what them people believe in, that concept of what they thought was going on. It ain't what actually was going on. It's just what they thought.
So right, he's right. So Gullah is correct. So the question is now, if you're asking me The difference is that we could show sources. We have tools to show sources. So I'm not making this up. We have pre-dynastic burials where commoners are buried just with maybe a few vases, some decorated, some not decorated, and some things that they felt dear in their life. During the tomb time periods, we have the kings and we have the royal family, and then we also have the commoner. In the 18th dynasty, well, before that, they have the coffin text. So on the coffins, we can see what type of burial they get. And then during the tomb period age of the 18th dynasty, then we have manuscripts called the Pertim Heru, written on papyrus. And the only people who can really afford those were the people in the highest position.
But excuse me, I fully respect what you're saying, but all of this is hypothetically, because if you dying as a commoner, why do you perceive that you're gonna be in the afterlife as a commoner? In a mind's thinking, my mind anyway, if I die dirt poor, I wanna be in the afterlife filthy rich.
Okay.
So how do you perceive that these people are coming in their afterlife and they're still,
Okay. It's almost a fair question, but now you have to read the text.
What are we talking about?
I have no
Nothing.
idea. I have no
Absolutely
idea, bro.
nothing.
This shit,
I ain't run down there.
it's stressing me out too.
Yeah, I ain't gonna stress you out.
Yeah,
What's going on, King Souls? How you doing, bro?
Trying to be patient.
Reggie,
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
not.
man.
always Reggie.
Everything's good, man.
I don't do show killing. I don't do it.
I do want to say though, because I did hear some of the prior conversation.
Mhm.
So when you bring up examples of other culture having shared practices, right?
Mhm.
Right. That's in saying that, okay, yeah, they can develop it independently. You're talking about that's a diffusionist argument. So yeah, so in terms of making an argument about borrowing from people who are neighbors, the trade, that's not a diffusionist argument. So you can't compare those two processes. It's something different.
Yo, Sosa, you a smart ass nigga, yo. I swear.
You
be hitting shit right. You be remembering the point and you hit it right on the nail almost every fucking time, yo. That's crazy. Did you just hear what he said?
He wasn't talking about what I was talking about.
See?
Exactly what he said.
I don't know what he's talking about. That ain't what I said. I said that the solo cults are all over the world. That's what I said.
So we're not even going to acknowledge what he said.
No, because I don't know what they ain't got nothing to do with it. I never acquiesced to a faulty premise. I'm not doing it. Y'all can talk about
you
that.
brought examples
Oh my
of
God.
So you talk about that. Go for it.
in the motif, you brought up the fertility goddesses and motifs appearing in other landscapes. You brought up like Mesoamerica there.
Not today.
Hold on, you said you was muting out.
But not today. Let's stay where we at.
Yeah, you said you already.
Show.
Yeah, you already said it's a faulty premise, so you don't even gotta address it. I hear you, so go ahead.
Yeah, so I was saying like you cannot make that you can't make a diffusionist argument when we're talking about Egypt and Israelites and Amorites and Shazoo, and they all live around each other and share with each other. So I'm saying, so that's a different dynamic. That's the point I was making. And then I heard you also say that it was universal in the definition. Like it's not universal.
Yeah, you're right because when you get into like universal shit, you get certain particulars. You know what I'm saying? You get particular culture types around these areas. You know what I'm saying? Even Judaism itself. Before I'm gonna say before you even get to Christianity.
It was an amalgamation of other cults in the area.
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah,
exactly.
You had Judaism mixing with, of course, Egyptian culture and Mesopotamian culture. And then later on, right before you get Christianity, when you get Hellenistic Judaism, the Hellenistic part also gets some type of Egyptian
influence. Exactly.
That overlaps the Judaism. You know what I'm saying? That's
always the pseudo killers. always the pseudo killers come and clean this shit
Yo,
up.
hold on there. Yo,
Hey, Garfield. Hey, Garfield.
You just made that up, bro.
Right. They made all that. You ain't listening to
Just made that up.
No, I didn't make it up.
Watch this. Who wrote the New Testament? What group they come from?
That ain't what he's saying.
Nah,
no. Watch this. Which
Lord.
group wrote the New Testament? We're gonna get into this now. Let's get it.
That's irrelevant. Go ahead.
No,
and
it's
tell us.
relevant because the group that wrote it was anti-Hellenistic.
It doesn't matter. They still
it
got
does.
influence.
They still influenced by
They was
Hellenists
in-
anyway,
right, they was
whether they
still in
deny it
the
or not.
Hellenistic
Hold on,
world.
whoa. Everybody
Yes,
freeze
it
the fuck up. Everybody, we ain't doing this shit today. We ain't doing the stupid shit. Let my man talk. Then you come in, Chef. I know you ain't gonna never have a source. We already know the ruling on the field with that.
So why you
We just
shooting
gonna
at
let
me?
you
I
talk.
ain't listen.
So go ahead, Garfield.
Go ahead.
This
Then
is my
you next,
point,
Chef,
right?
now.
We know the biblical text, the Old Testament, was written after the exile, the Babylonian exile. That's when they came, and if you read the text, it tells you that they say, hey, y'all in the land who follow Abraham, y'all ain't the real Israelites because we got a book. Y'all don't have no book. And they said they come from the Exodus. That's when the tradition of the Exodus is entering into the text, not how it's chronological as far as how the Bible is put today. So we know based off of scholarship, certain things was put in the Bible at a certain time period. You're talking the Persian time period. So at the Persian time period, you got to ask yourself at that point time period, what are we looking at? We're looking at a calendar. We're looking at holy days, all connected to Babylon. When they get into the Hellenistic time period, some of these same stories are rewritten with a Greek mindset. So I don't disagree on that as far as the Old Testament. Now, when you reach the New Testament, you have Hellenistic Jews who live in Alexandria, Egypt, right? You have the Essenes, you have the Zealots, you have the Pharisees and the Sadducees. Now, how do we know that the Sadducees didn't write the New Testament? You know how we know this, my family? Because the Sadducees don't believe in a resurrection. They think that is bullshit. So in the New Testament, they talk about a resurrection from a Jewish perspective in Luke especially and in Matthew, because that's directly from a Jewish perspective. So now if you're talking about people who are strict, living by the laws, living by the commandments, don't fuck with the Egyptians, why all of a sudden are they going to go in and say, hey, I'm gonna start rocking with the Egyptians through the Greek perspective? Why would they do that?
What about the Pharisees, though?
The Pharisee, what about them?
So the Pharisees were the ones that put the New Testament together. That's it.
Are you asking me or are you telling me?
No, I'm asking.
Oh snap! I gotta jump off. Hey, peace and love, y'all. I gotta jump off.
Peace.
From my perspective, I thought the Pharisees were the ones who wrote, and they were the ones who were Hellenized.
Anyway, okay. So listen, this is where I'm at with it. The whole, like, there is nobody that lives in a box on planet Earth. So you're gonna always have borrowings back and forth, and it is what it is. There's no way that's not gonna happen because you got people that's gonna mix and have sex, and that's the principle, the sex part, the women, the back and forth with the males, and they're gonna bring a different. You might right now be an atheist and be married to, say, a Muslim woman, right? And y'all and y'all look at the things that y'all share together. You ain't fighting over the things you don't agree with, and y'all live good, right? You might give your kids all above, mix it in. It don't. I'm saying, so I'm not sitting up here making the point that didn't occur. I understand. The point I'm making is there's some things that just are universal, and the conscious community made it that. They just made it, oh no, you got that from that. That's the point I was making. That's my point.
So you just rooted me for no.
And Garfield just fucked that up. I just looked it up. Sadducees are the ones who accept the Hellenization. You can look it up.
Yeah, Garfield been fucking a lot of shit up. He's Jabari mad right now.
The Sadducees accepted Hellenization. The Pharisees didn't. So, you know what I'm saying? That logic, whatever he came up with, don't even make fucking sense.
No, he just added the point of resurrection. He added about the point of resurrection. So he separated out that the Sadducees don't believe in resurrection.
Listen, I'm gonna tell y'all like this.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
I'm gonna tell y'all like this. We doing a lot of jumping through hoops to push Egypt away from motherfucking the Israelites. You know what I mean? And early Christianity. We are jumping through hoops to do it. If all of those early Christians was right there in Egypt in the first century, like we are jumping through. That's all. I just see a lot of jumping through hoops to deny influence. Rather
Chef,
than
you cut yourself. Christianity was formed and went to Alexandria. It was already formed.
Don't matter.
No,
Early-
so yes,
Yo,
so
I'll let you talk go ahead, Reggie.
No, let him talk.
You know what?
Reggie.
You
Hey,
the say no,
not
Reggie
cut
the
Chef
saber.
off.
Reggie the saber. Let him go.
Nah, hell with all that shit, man. Finish your point. We're gonna have a
No, let Baba go, yo. Let Baba go. He was making a point.
Go ahead, Baba.
Go ahead, Baba.
no, I'm not no Baba. I ain't no goddamn Baba. I'm Brother Reggie. I had my doctorate stricken, so I'm now Brother Reggie.
You Baba, yo. Go,
Reggie,
Baba.
don't let him get to you, Reggie. Don't let him get to you, Reggie. You're trying
Yeah,
to
I got
keep
to
me up
because
with him.
he messed me. He made me
You
miss
just
my whole
dagger
point.
Chef. You just dagger
No,
Chef,
he
and he
jumped-
couldn't take it.
Yo, no, when y'all jump in while somebody is making their point and then just start rambling off
Do
some
that all the
shit.
time.
All right.
Who's
right.
sharing the screen in the middle of talk? Who is that?
Gullah.
That's me. I'm
Gullah,
showing
you
you something.
cannot do that, Gullah.
Because look right here, it say other sex
Gullah,
emerged. Look what it's saying though. It say other sex emerged this time, such as early Christians in Jerusalem and therapeutics in Egypt.
Oh man, now you bulldozing. Okay,
So,
we're gonna
Chef,
get back to you.
So, Chef, was Christianity?
That's a good point, Gullah.
I know it is for the pseudo killer niggas. I get it. It's a
Right.
great point. It's all a great point. I don't know what the hell point he was trying to
That's
make.
a good point, Gullah.
He just pushed Garfield off the cliff. Now it's your turn up.
He pushed me
Yeah,
off
man.
the cliff.
And
I'm
hold
prolific in
on.
my stance.
Sosa already pushed you off the cliff. You
Yeah,
said
Sosa talked about something else.
Unc said, I'm not going to acquiesce to a faulty premise.
right, all day long.
That was his way to get out of that shit.
It wasn't.
That's
The faulty
all right,
premise was that I don't
look.
understand that cultures amalgamate. That's a faulty premise for me.
Yeah, but I'm saying
that ain't what I was saying.
In the conversation, like when Smash and we're having a conversation about the borrowing of the iconography, the Isis mother and child concept going to them, that's not a time to talk about it appearing in Mesoamerica.
Why not? Because it did.
Because
so why
Egypt is right next to Israel.
That's a different kind of argument. It don't belong. That only muddies the conversation.
Okay, so let's do this. So hold on. If going to Mesoamerica, I'm gonna show a fucking map. I'm tired of playing with
Oh
y'all.
my God.
Come
on, Unc. Stick to the point.
Every time,
nah, I'm gonna show you a
every
map.
time y'all having these conversations, y'all gotta have a map.
We need to have a map.
I brought my spray can, Corey. I brought my
we know that the early Christians was in Egypt. We know it.
Nah, you made it up.
They was.
Made it up. Trying to
Then
make
why?
The early Hebrews was in Egypt.
And Christians.
No.
Christians is a Jewish sect, bro.
No, yes, I understand, but prior to that,
then why there was a patriarch in Alexandria? Why is a pope? Why is a pope in Alexandria?
Right. Ptolemy Philadelphus.
Oh my God.
Moved the Hebrews into Alexandria, right? So there was the Hebrews, and then the Christian sect.
What time period is that? What time period is this you talking?
Look, the Ptolemy Philadelphus.
No, I'm just saying what time period.
Egypt. Hold on, Gullah. Christians was in Egypt in the 1st century, yo. In the first century, I'm not even listening to you.
He talking about some in the late BC shit. He talking about some late BC shit.
No, you're lying. What you have is a Hebrew culture there, right? And then you have the apostles spreading the method, spreading.
Oh my God.
The apostles weren't even fucking real, bro. Come on, man.
Oh, that's another story. That's another story. Ptolemy Philadelphus.
It's niggas that wrote about the apostles that made this shit up.
Yeah, well, I
now
agree
we're
with
going.
that.
Now we're going to make it up. Now we're going to go to the
But
reality.
I don't disagree with that. But the fact of the matter is, Christianity was a small sect. It was smaller than people think it was, and so there were evangelists, right? And Roman.
Did Christianity reach Egypt by 50 AD?
By 50 AD, a small.
Right. So hold on. So
Christianity reached there.
Hold on,
reached there at 50 AD. How is it
y'all like to
Egypt?
Jump in the middle of
this. Now we want to fix this. Seriously, we want to fix this. Like, we need to fix this. We can't do this. I know how to monitor how long somebody talking. I know Reggie gonna bring out the PowerPoint.
No, not gonna I'm a show killer. Nope.
That's the show killer. We ain't gonna let him do that. Okay, what's up, Lex? What's up, Lex? Unmute yourself. You hiding with the crazy hat on your head. What's up, Lex? Vortex. Unmute yourself.
Hey,
bro.
what's up, bro?
How you doing,
What's
man?
up, man? How you doing?
Hey,
Good, man. Good.
Double master
Good,
teacher.
man.
Yeah, I hope that killer point ain't no high point pistol. Them don't really work like that. You gonna get jammed. The motherfucker pistol gonna get jammed.
I swear to God with them high points. Them both
Y'all a mess.
Man.
Hey, you can
I
sell
have
that
to excuse my confusion.
Sell that shit in New York.
Influenced by, but yet you're telling me when it came in, how can something come in done but be influenced by? It's like maybe it's my poor understanding of the English language. Because if I bring Christianity somewhere, then I'm telling you I brought it here, but you're telling me no, it's influenced by the place it was brought to. Speak English to me, people. Otherwise, I'm confused.
Yeah, it's a dominant culture, right? Most cultures that went into Egypt took stuff from it. Like it's very influential. So it would be crazy that the iconography proves it. The iconography alone proves that. But like I said, now we're jumping through hoops to deny basic shit that we can just see without even all of this long conversation.
I don't like it.
You're using a method to date what you see.
Hey, Reggie, I don't like it, Reggie.
And when we talk about what he said,
I just don't like it, Reggie.
like said the question, right? Like when you talk about the Christians coming back in and being influenced by, right? You only talk about the we're talking about the same people. The Jews. They just changed the religion.
Reggie, I don't like it, Reggie.
You could be influenced by a culture, develop something, develop an amalgamation of it, and then come back to the place where you something she was born. That's not even that complicated of a process.
Like
they pseudo as hell, ain't they?
Christianity came into Egypt.
I don't understand how we separate.
Christianity was
Come on, let's hear what Cosmic Corey got to say. He gonna throw a monkey wrench in the whole program. Go ahead, Cosmic.
No, I'm just saying, like, everybody making all of these distinguishments and, well, this person and these people came here and this. Like, this is all the same group of niggas. I don't give a damn what time it was. I don't care what time it was. You niggas is killing me about, well, it was in this period, and then this person said this in this period, and then that person said that in this period. Like, bro, shut the hell up. Put up a map. Pull up a map. Pull me up a fucking map, right? And then start talking about Jerusalem and Egypt and all that shit. And the same, it's like if you look at a fucking map of the United States, you can be talking about Indiana and Wisconsin and Illinois. It's all the same fucking area, right? So, like, cut it with the games. Like, these niggas they never knew these niggas before, and
the Christians didn't know the Egyptians, and
Yeah,
the
it's
Egyptians
nuts.
didn't know the Jewish niggas. Like, shut the fuck up, right? They all the same niggas,
Hey
man.
man, listen, man.
Go
Wait,
on,
listen,
end the
okay, like that.
discussion. Concrete Corey
Great point,
consistent.
Corey.
That is point.
Great point.
Great point. Great
Killed
scholarly
it.
point. They teach
Amen
Harvard
to
and Yale
argue
just
with
Yeah,
like
yeah,
that.
yeah. Sometimes you got bulldoze all over all y'all scholarly nonsense, because that's the minutia. Y'all, that's when y'all trying to trick my. I'm not. Listen, y'all doing too much, yo. I'ma just say that flat out, yo. Y'all niggas
Yeah.
doing too much, yo.
Hey, yo, you don't win like that in scholarship.
It's
Hold on.
already.
We're not talking the same time.
Y'all niggas ain't no scholars. I don't believe.
You don't win that way. You don't win that way in scholarship. You
Hey,
don't
Ray,
win that way.
let them get it out. And
It's already won.
I'm sorry. After that, what Concrete Corey just said,
Yeah,
I'm
get around it.
Yeah, he won.
That's
Get
the
around
stop
it.
sign for me. I'm off the bus, guys. I'm with Corey on this one. I'm not gonna argue that point. This is the
Hey,
same
Cedric, yo, they teach
Mediterranean
that
niggas.
point. They teach that point in Harvard Yale just like that.
But proximity doesn't make them the same people because they're close.
No, listen. Look, hey, Jelana, just let me show my map. Let me show you what everybody's doing. This is the
No,
game.
we're talking about genetics, and then when you talk about genetics, you're talking about a region. So what region? When you're talking about genetics, you talk about population. When you're talking about populations, you're talking about regions. So what region and what population are we talking about?
They all Semitic people, dog. You right. You won. Let me show my
Yeah,
map.
y'all related.
All that.
I mean, Semitic.
You right. You right.
Semitic language is
You got
related
it,
to
Corey.
Egyptian language.
You got it. We can hear you.
No, let Sister Robin, don't bulldoze over, sister. Go ahead.
I just want to ask, how's it going to help us today, all this that we be arguing about?
You on a boat?
Go ahead.
You on a boat, Robin?
No, I'm outside in my gazebo.
Oh, that shit look like a boat. I thought you was in a goddamn yacht. Go
I
ahead.
mean, we ain't really having a time reading about politics. We just talk about science. You know what I'm saying?
Y'all leave
There's a debate
Mr.
coming up.
Robin alone right now and let me hear. God, what's wrong with y'all? She gonna clear all y'all up.
I'm explaining to her why we talking about it. There's a debate coming up.
I'm just saying, I know it's a debate coming up. I'm just saying somewhere along the line, I'm saying with all the information, I'm just wondering how it's going to come together. And we separating and dividing and trying to put it together. How's it going to come together for us today?
It helps us clear up the
They don't want it to come together. They want to kill Jabari.
Sister Robin. We're gonna all be Egyptians at the end of the day, Sister Robin. Why?
Hold on. Hey, Robin. Sister Robin.
And we're gonna all say Hotep together.
Hold on a minute.
We all be Egyptians at the end of the day.
What you talking about? The Bible? Is everything the Bible? What? Let me hear you.
No, I'm just saying with all the information. I mean, all the information that they're coming together with. Like this person from this place, that person, the different Black people from all over the different places and different times. We're all here now. So what we gonna do with all the information? Is it going to bring
save Black women from pseudo Negroes? Charismatic pseudo Negroes that's going to take advantage of you with their confusion. That's what we're doing.
They hating on basically they hating on Jabari.
Somehow or another, we're going to remember that all harmonized information, and we're going to find a way to say, forget all of it, and let's come up with our own information and put us all together, right?
Yeah, not on this show.
It's not a political show like a town thing. We're just having a scientific conversation.
Read the title, goddamn. Here's a rule. Before you come up on this panel, read the damn title. On this.
I did. I'm just saying.
We ain't talking about political issues. We're just having a scientific debate.
Right. Okay, let me do this.
I was just asking.
Hey, Rob, I want to show y'all this real quick. This is all I want to do. This is all I want to do. All right, this is a map showing the ancient Assyrian heartland, red, and extent of the Neo-Assyrian Empire, 7th century BCE. That's all I want to do. Okay. Y'all see it, right? In orange. See it? All the way in there to Egypt. Y'all see that, right? So, the point, let me make it a little bit bigger, right? Right now, y'all can talk Egypt shit. The influence right now is the Assyrian Empire. And so when scholars deal with that, they don't just do what the conscious community do. They talk about who's running what. So if we want to talk about the United States right now, we can't go back and keep howling and screaming that the Native Americans influence. The Native Americans aren't in power now, right? It's the United States government that's in power. And they got the most sway during that time period. So whether they the same people or not, or whatever you think it is, it's a different cultural expression, right? Whether they got the same DNA markers, they don't fucking know it. You know what I'm saying? And Crips and Bloods know they come from the same thing and still hate each other. So we don't got that type of information like the Crips and the Bloods do. What we do know is at the 7th century, which is 600 BCE, you got the Assyrians in power and they hold sway and they have religious ideas and concepts. This is before Judaism. This is before Christianity. So that's all I'm saying. I'm saying, let's take our time. I let everybody holler and scream. They all mix. You know what I'm saying? Egypt don't got power like y'all making Egypt have during the time periods that y'all talk. They don't have it. They don't have the army to say, shut the fuck up. They just don't. Right now, the Syrians got the army. How I know? Because they ran the quote unquote Nubians out of Egypt. So we need to really, really do it the way historians would do it and understand that we're talking about power and resources. Native Americans ain't kicking up too much goddamn sand talking about nothing. Then y'all all be mad if 5,000 years later, somebody be talking about niggas running around with the sun disk was influenced by the Native Americans. Some dude gonna come and say, wait a minute, they decimated the Native Americans in 2000. It wasn't no 2021. They was a marginalized group of individuals. They didn't have that governmental sway. So y'all promoting Egypt in these time periods when they was long out of power, long gone, and all that influence shit was minimal. Now.
No.
Okay, so hold on. Hold on. Let me say this.
Don't 600 BC, right? Everybody, don't do it. I showed you a map.
I saw it. I saw everything. I'm gonna use your logic.
Prove to me that man, first thing I'm gonna do is tear your fucking toe.
You ain't even let me start yet. You already started.
Let him get it out.
Let me get it out.
No, I'm saying you don't have to be in power to be influential. Like
that's what I'm getting ready.
African American influence America, we wasn't in power. Man, you don't have to be the one on top to be influencing culture. It's just a two-way thing.
The Ptolemy period come after them, and they still was influenced by the Egyptians. Mm-hmm. So it's like that. I'm saying, like, man, that's why Jabari gonna body slap y'all.
Yeah, Jabari gonna beat y'all fucking. Jabari gonna beat these niggas senseless, yo.
Look up on Wikipedia and they show the early centers of Christianity and Alexandria.
Can I add something?
Alexandria's the third one.
Jabari gonna beat these niggas senseless, yo. I can't wait till you get old to these niggas. I can't wait.
Y'all crazy. In the 2nd century,
let Lex respond.
Can I ask you a question, please?
You don't have to be a top dog to be influential, Reggie.
Hey, one second.
But is Jabari trying to say that all the information that came from Christianity from Egypt?
No.
Yeah.
No, that's not what he's saying.
Absolutely not.
That's not what he's saying.
Absolutely
that's
not.
exactly all stolen. It was stolen.
That's not what he's saying.
It's not because
it had nothing to do with
all the information that's in the Bible is not from
he's not saying that. He's not saying
that. You got it. Don't let these Negroes.
He's not saying that. They're trying to make that the argument so they can argue.
Right.
Robin,
they hate us.
On point.
Go ahead.
Don't let these pseudos on the channel steer you away from the conversation.
Go ahead, let Lex respond. Let Lex get a commentary already.
Let me
Hold on, Robin. Let Lex.
Have any of y'all ever heard of any Persian stories, like the story of Krishna?
Yeah.
Baby girl, Jabari's not saying all. We know that there were other influences. That's why we're not even going down that road.
Okay, but if he already realizes that there is other stories, then what is the argument?
He's talking about some of the motifs, some of the main motifs, the theme that's his argument.
Well, but Christianity doesn't start until the New Testament.
Got it. Right. We got all that covered.
But if the New Testament starts Christianity, right, then he cannot say that the majority of Christianity comes from Egypt.
He did not say. He's not saying even the majority.
And Krishna ain't Persian.
Robin, you're correct. He is saying.
I'm just saying. Even that story, the story of Krishna,
that's not Persian.
Why
I'm
don't
not- I
y'all
just
listen
wanna
to your
say that.
black women?
I just
I'm
want.
just
I
saying-
just wanna say
Reggie,
that.
It wasn't
No, we're not
Persian.
saying-
It's
we're
not
not saying
Persian.
mostly. We're just saying that it's an influence.
Who
It don't have
said
to be
that
more
wasn't
or less.
Persian?
That's not what Jabari is saying. He's saying it's stolen. So he doesn't
Yeah,
understand.
that's pseudo. Now him saying it's stolen.
But-
That's
but let
pseudo.
me-
Ain't nobody
can I
stole
just-
anything.
Can I
Okay.
just finish?
He
Have
got his
anybody
argument for
on
why
here
he
ever-
told the world. So.
Do you know the story of, I think her name was Tavakia or something, which
Yeah,
was the
Krishna
mother
wasn't
of
Persian.
Krishna?
Yeah, what?
It's the same exact story. The exact same story. Her waking up and she was pregnant. This, when I say the exact story, the exact story.
Krishna is Hinduism.
Okay, I know.
But you have to
It's the
put a
same exact
chronology
story.
on it.
Hinduism is before the Egyptian story.
I would
Look it up.
I probably would doubt that. I would doubt.
Nah,
Well,
yes,
why don't
it
you
was.
look it up? It's thousands of
Before
years
it's
before.
before the offset. Before the offset.
It's
Crazy
before.
story on?
Look it up.
Give me a date
No, it
for it.
ain't.
I'm not
I
gonna
don't
look it
believe
up. You
that.
gotta give
I
me a
don't
date
believe
for
that.
it. You give me a
Look
date.
it
That
for
shit
it.
ain't before
Why
Egypt.
I'm not
can't
looking
you
it
just
up.
look it up instead of arguing with me
I'm
about it?
saying, give me a date. You got to do that.
I mean, I'm on my phone right now. I just can't give you a date like that, but it's before it. I looked it up. That's what I'm saying.
Versus
So,
Kemet.
but you're making a
Is
good
that what we looking
point.
for?
Hey,
It is not.
Lex
You're
was trying to
making
make a
good point
commentary. Though. I try
that there are
to
parallel
get you in there.
stories.
I have to bulldoze you in there, bro.
You make a good point, Robin. There are parallel stories like Ankh is making, right? Humans do this.
I'm not saying anything. I don't have nothing against Jabari. I'm just saying it's I'm you know.
Yeah, but to throw Krishna in there, that's not even the argument.
I'm just saying that it's other stories where those stories came from.
So you saying the
that's
Jew?
all I'm
So you
saying.
saying Christians got Christ from India?
No.
I'm
So hold
saying
on. If you brought up
he said-
Krishna,
If
is
you're
all
wait a minute,
oh my
'cause
God.
I'm not arguing with nobody. I'm not arguing with anybody. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. Alhamdulillah. I'm not gonna lose nothing.
She said, didn't.
That there is other
Real
stories.
black show.
There's other stories that Christianity came from. We know that it's a bunch of stories from other places. How can you tell which one came first? How do you know which whether they got it from there,
Archaeology,
where it came from first?
Proximity.
Well, let some
trade.
Krishna is all the way in India.
Robin
Krishna
has
is all the way in India.
What I'm
has a
trying to
point.
tell you is the story. Okay, the story is
Robin has a
before.
point. Hinduism is the world's oldest religion, according to many scholars. So it's saying dating back more than 4,000 years. So
But
she
that
kind
don't
of
mean no. That don't mean
According to
Krishna.
what I
Oh my
studied,
God, Joe.
according to what I studied, the Hindu is before the Hindu stories are before the Egypt stories. Now I don't know if it's true or not, but that's what I studied. Now you can look it up, and from what I studied, the Hindu stories were first. I don't know.
The religion or the story, like that. That's too much.
So I looked it up. And it said,
Different.
I'm trying to find a. Let me find a date.
story of Egypt.
I can go get one of my computers. I mean, I can go get one of my computers.
No,
I could be
what-
wrong.
All
Maybe
right,
I'm
all
wrong.
right, all right.
Okay.
Can I? Hey,
I
sis,
take it back if I'm wrong.
sis, I say
Reggie, if
something.
you want to, you can look it up real
All right,
quick.
Hey, let Lex.
No,
get a
actually-
commentary. Go ahead, Lex.
Hey,
Tiebreaker. Go ahead.
It said Hindu is
yeah,
the
just on what
oldest
this
religion.
what the
Hindu.
You gotta let him go. Let him go.
sister was saying.
You gotta stop showing your screen out of nowhere. Come on, yo.
All right, so the Hindu and can y'all hear me?
I'm sorry, I don't know who's doing that. I mean, but Hindu is the oldest religion. It's Hindu.
We got you.
All right, go ahead, Lex.
I'm gonna give you.
It's not the oldest religion where it's the oldest
man,
world.
Lex, talk. Come on,
It's the
Dollar.
oldest
Dollar, don't
world.
do it. Dollar, let's
Dollar,
get
come on, yo.
Let's get it in. Go ahead.
Yeah, we got about 5 more minutes. Go ahead. What's up?
You in the matrix. You in the matrix.
You're in the matrix, yo. We cannot hear you, man. You too far. Your mansion you sitting in front of is too big. The signal. You outside. Signal ain't working.
The oldest religion started when humans began. The oldest religions. So the religions of Homo sapiens, sapiens, though they're not documented, right? it started then. You can look at Southern Africa, you can look at the Khoisan people, you can look at their concepts. They are older than Hinduism.
Go give me a
Africans-
source.
Africans had to
I can
walk
believe
out of
that.
Africa.
Believe that.
Africa had to walk out of Africa. It's simple as Africa has to walk out of Africa.
Go give me a source.
Yeah,
I need
yeah,
a source on that.
I'm not
Yeah,
kidding.
Hinduism is just the oldest major religion, like the world
Okay.
religion.
It's on Dylan.
Lex, you're in the matrix, bro.
Yeah,
Like,
cut him off, Unc.
you're in the matrix, though, man. Lex, you're
Unc,
on.
hit the button on your
Hey, come on, man. I gotta reach you out, bro. You're in a microscopic world, yo. All right, go ahead. Where we at?
So you're saying that Hindu is the oldest major religion?
Yeah, like for us like
Told niggas Hinduism
like
was
the commercial religions, you know, like the ones that's in the forefront.
Yeah, even when I look at Krishna's not that ancient.
Right, that's
I mean,
what I was
I don't know
saying.
why
Like,
you trying to make it what. Okay, if you want to say that. What
Yeah,
I'm
yeah, because
I'm confirmed it. I was like, yeah, it is.
Krishna.
Oh, like, y'all tripping.
Krishna is the new
The
addition.
only
Is
thing
the
that
new
I'm
addition
saying
to
to
his
you
religion.
is the story of Krishna is the same story, as close as the story of Jesus and Mary is the story of Avakia and Krishna, are exact. Now the story of Haru and Osset and Osiris is not the same, like how Davakia and Krishna and Jesus
Younger.
and Mary is.
And it's
Now you
actually
can
younger.
look up the stories.
Egypt
Now you
didn't
can look it up
start.
if you want, but those stories are just alike.
Egypt didn't start with Hassan and Set Heru stories. That was much later in ancient Egyptian culture, right?
I'm sorry,
So by
Reggie, I didn't hear you. I apologize.
No, it's
I didn't hear
fine.
you.
I said the ancient story of Set Heru and Asur is not early ancient Egyptian. That comes later.
do it come before
Can you hear me?
Christianity? Do it come before
Yeah.
Christianity?
The only thing I'm trying to say
Hold
is
on,
those two
Reggie,
stories are alike.
Reggie, do it come before Christianity?
Yes, it does.
Okay, that's all we talking about.
No, but
Everybody
But
stay
whatever
on
you're
point.
talking about,
Everybody
the
stay on
story-
point.
The two
Everybody
stories
stay on
match.
point.
The story of
we gotta
Krishna
keep
and
we gotta keep
Davakia
the
match
guardrails up.
with the story of Jesus and Mary. That's what I'm saying.
Do
Now, you
the
have to-
ISIS
I'm
story
just telling you
come
that the
before
two stories are the
Christianity?
same.
Christianity came into Egypt by evangelists like Jehovah's Witnesses. It was a small
Absolutely.
sect, and it
So?
built this. By the 2nd century, there was only one Christian bishop. That's how small it was.
What does that?
They
have
were
to
out in
do
the
with-
desert.
What did that have to do with if those people were influenced by Egyptians?
Well,
Oh my God,
I'm not
you just-
arguing about influence. I'm arguing that ancient Egypt did not start Christianity.
Ain't nobody on his
Nobody
stage.
said
It's
that.
not stolen.
So it's
So go-
colonized is what he's
The
saying.
concepts are not
Go
stolen.
go argue with Garfield.
Iconography, the iconography,
Yeah, ain't
the
nobody really
iconography
arguing that. That's
in the
Jabari
later
arguing.
writings. Can I just finish?
We combating y'all.
Can I? But
stance
you combated
on
by
the
not letting me
influence.
speak.
You spoke longer than all of us.
No, that's
Right,
not.
but he's not making a high school joke. What he's trying to say is it was colonized. It's a part of Africa. It was being
What?
colonized by Christianity.
Correct.
Hold on,
So
y'all.
Reggie, that's what you were
Y'all-
saying,
I
Reggie.
swear, y'all,
Hold
Reggie.
on.
Yeah.
So Reggie just said facts.
They
So
just be ducking behind gunfire, Chef. Them niggas don't be-
Reggie, you were saying that, Reggie. When she
Yeah.
just said that's what you were saying.
I said that Christianity was a small sect that started somewhere else. That came into the Hebrew colonies, right? By the 2nd century, there was one Christian bishop. It was a small sect that evolved. It got stronger when Rome.
Get out of here, Reggie.
Hey, Sosa. Hey, Sosa.
I'm so
Reggie was like,
everybody, please.
Reggie
Hey,
was like,
I'm
give me
welcome.
some cover fire.
I know.
Hey,
Yo, then he changed positions.
All right, everybody, please. Everybody, please. Yo, hey,
Gunfire real quick.
on the screen, I got a source. Nobody's showing the source. The next move is now we're moving to the Persian.
Or some,
Moving to the Persian Empire. the Persian Empire.
Oh my
And the
God.
Cyprus the second, 556 BC to 530. Okay, then you got Cyprus the second, that's green, blue, red. Y'all see Egypt is all in the blue. They have no sway, no matter what y'all say, during the Persian Empire. So remember, I went from the Syrians, right, 7th century, right? And now I went to the 6th century now, right? Look what we're looking at. Look, watch maps, right? Don't let them play you. They talking that Egypt ain't strong. This ain't going down. Matter of fact, the Syrians.
That map right there proves my point, but keep going. You go ahead.
That's my point. The Assyrians was brutal. The Persians was brutal. Talk that Egyptian shit back then if you want. Off with your head. No power, no army, no sway. They're under foreign domination. We're not gonna play this game. And we're not even in we're still in the BC time. Come on, man. Time, places, people, maps. Here we go. So there you go. Look at the time periods. I'm gonna rest my case. Now watch them argue and say all kind of shit. What they won't do is they won't be able to prove what they're saying.
As a matter of fact, the ancient Egyptians named Darius and Xerxes as their pharaohs. So so the black gods in Egypt favored the Persians. They joined with the Persians. And
you just proved another point, Reggie. You just showed that the influence is still there. If they making him a pharaoh, the Egyptian culture is still going on.
Gullah. Come on, man. We want to hear the conversation. We want to hear what you guys say. But we don't want to hear the amalgamation of fucking two people talking. I can't even sit back and enjoy the download. Come on, man. We don't, this real black atheist style. We got a panel full of non-believers, yo. None of these niggas, none of that shit. My fault. None of these ninjas believe none anyway. Just for the listening audience. So we just having a healthy conversation. Let Reggie speak. I know how to put a governor on Reggie. I'm not gonna let him pull up the presentation and kill the show. I know when to stop. And so then you next gotta let him make his point. I want to hear your counter to his point. Go ahead, Reggie.
Egypt was so weak in the stage of the world.
How did he start that quick?
Egypt was so weak in the stage of the world from their own internal infighting, right? When the Persians came, they made Darius the pharaoh. So that means the black gods of Egypt, right, chose the Persians over the Africans, right? That is, and then they did it again with Xerxes, and they are properly commemorated, coronated. They're properly coronated with all Medu Neter. So not only did the black gods give up Egypt, right? The priests gave up the indigenous population and started messing with the Persians. And so now, yes, there is Persian influence, right? But Christianity itself, when it does emerge, right, emerges as a sect of Hebrew. And then when they got into Hebrew colonies in Alexandria, they spread like the Jehovah's Witnesses, door to door. Mm-hmm. By the 2nd century, there was only one Christian bishop in Alexandria. It was slow. But the fact of the matter is Christianity had already started that sect, that cult at that time, because it was a cult at that time. And so you can't say that anything was stolen from Christianity except for the iconography later.
All right, stop right there. Go ahead, Gullah. Then I'm gonna come in and somebody else speak.
No, I ain't arguing one, but nobody stole it. I'm just saying influence and shit like that was going back and forth all along. But let me show you this. Even though Persia did conquer Egypt, it didn't infect with the culture. Even by you saying that the Persian kings became pharaoh, that proves that the culture was still there intact. Even right here it say Cambyses
Cambyses.
Yeah, Cambyses II became the pharaoh of Egypt after his successful submission of Egypt into Persian Empire. In doing so, Cambyses II was given the pharaoh name Mesudi Ra. So them motherfuckers, they even gave him Egyptian name. Beginning in the 27th dynasty, the first Egyptian satrapy, which lasted from 525 to 404 BCE. A pharaoh name was significant tradition for Egyptian royalty, as it highlighted the perception of the pharaoh as being a vessel of their gods, and therefore a divine being in their own right. Though following the conquest, Cambyses did try to maintain respect for Egyptian culture and traditions. Sources suggest that he was unpopular, particularly amongst Egyptians. So it don't even really mean, just because they conquered these people, don't mean the Egyptian culture went anywhere.
Yeah, and in fact, they say that Alexander that conquered got the he took that syncretism aspect, and that he got that from the Persians, and he just carried it. So we can jump past the Persian.
They all been influencing each other. Even when that Alexander took over, when the Greeks took over, he let cultures do their own thing. They got
that from the Persians.
Right. So we can jump. We can jump
in that same source, Gullah, it talks about how he was unpopular. The Cambyses was unpopular, so he was trying to maintain the Egyptian culture.
Cambyses, you missing Unc's point.
Well, hold on, Reggie. Hold on, Lex. Hold on.
And all I'm saying is,
did you see the map? No.
Let me finish this real quick, Reggie.
Put up.
I ain't even finished my point.
Cambyses didn't rule from Egypt. He didn't rule from Egypt. He ruled from the Persian Empire. In Egypt, he was pharaoh, but outside of Egypt, he was the monster.
So we could jump past them and go.
But it's the thing. This don't got nothing to do with culture still flowing. Like even by the time you get to Hellenistic Jews, you still got some aspect of the Egyptian culture still lingering around.
Did not rule
from Egypt. Bro.
I'm not talking about no ruling. I'm not talking about no ruling. It don't matter if you ruling or not. Just like in the United States.
They get your point.
African Americans didn't have power. We still influence the culture.
Gullah, you ain't got to yell it.
Yeah,
they get your point.
Wait, I'm not gonna yell.
And we can go forward past.
Yeah, I agree with Gullah to some degree, because I think we're missing out on the history of priesthoods a little bit, right? So even today, and even in ancient culture, when a country went and conquered another country, what was the prize outside of the gold, diamonds, and natural resources? It was actually that country's priesthood. So when people invaded Egypt, they went after hold on, brother.
Let him get it out. Like, we gotta just let him get it.
And Gullah can pull his source right back up, and it'll cooperate with Lex saying. Go ahead, Lex.
Hey, y'all horrible.
Don't want to hear it.
Horrible.
Go ahead, Lex.
So regardless of what ignorance exists, just like when America went in the Nazi. They took the Nazi scientists and brought them to America.
Stop.
They did
Stop. Why didn't they grab the goddamn priests and bring them to America? Continue. Keep going.
In ancient times, it was different.
Go ahead, because the priests were the ancient scientists. Today, they call them scientists. Back then, the priests were the scientists of their nation. So you're ignorant. So you can disagree. You're just ignorant. You don't know. So when a country invades another.
Lex. Remember I said you was on a quota calling me ignorance? You know you passed.
So why you don't? Why you let me?
Wait a minute. I'm just having.
I thought we was cool. You want to talk every time?
Fun, relax.
Okay.
I know what they called
idiots.
emphasis, but when you emphasized it, right? You didn't say what you just said. So we got people listening. They're thinking religion, when really it's the science. And shit.
All right, so let me correct that.
Hold on, not the spiritual system. Don't do it, bro. So keep talking, though.
Okay, yeah. Well, the the spiritual system and the science were together with the priesthood, bro. So
it didn't separate the science at that
the point I was trying to make is
that's why it was fucked up. But go ahead.
Some of the most the prize in Egypt was the priesthood. So, and then when you talk about priesthoods, they interacted with each other like on some type of boule level. So when say if I'm Persia and I conquer Egypt, the Persian priesthood and the Egyptian priesthood are really running the politics of both nations behind the scenes. And they're exchanging information and ideas. This is why when the Greeks
need a source.
So when the Greeks come into Egypt, when the Greeks come into Egypt, right? What do? That's how you get Plato and Socrates and all them boys. They're interacting with the Egyptian priesthood. All right. So same thing with Philip Alexander and all them boys. What's his name? Ptolemy.
The Ptolemaic dynasty, all of them.
So Ptolemy captures the priesthood, bro. He was torturing priests. I don't need to give you a source. It's just common history. And he made them initiate him into the mystery system of the priesthoods. Now, when you talk about people keep talking about the influence of the Egyptian on Christianity, but the influence comes from the Greek philosophers that were influenced by their interaction with the Egyptian priesthood. Christianity better.
Doing a little better. Keep going.
Christianity
that's what I'm trying. That's the point I'm trying to make right there.
Right.
Well, so Christianity, y'all putting it together. Go ahead, Lex.
Christianity is influenced by Egyptians through Platonic thought, through Socrates and Platonic thought.
Exactly.
So, because that's when you get the concepts of like the word, because that's all from Egypt, bro. The word, the divine words.
All right, so free. I like that because what you did was you didn't just jumble the shit together and shake it up. What you did was you gave us a chronology, right? And the reason I interrupted on the priesthood part because really I didn't want people to think that they was trying to grab the religious part of it. What they was trying to extract was the technology and science. And I clearly proved that the other day. Go back and listen to the download where I showed you peer-reviewed literature on fails. Remember, this is how we construct real black atheism, dealing with fails and how they went and the Greek philosophers and all that, right? Right. They wasn't trying to explain the world in the spooky, right? They later on call them the naturalists. They was trying to explain the world dealing with science and understanding. So I appreciate you coming in, Gullah. I appreciate Lex with that. So let's and that Sosa. I bet you mean you won't argue over.
Let me ask you a question. So you're saying that.
Hold on, Sosa. At least you can see the progression, right? You know what I'm saying? Like there's a progression, right? Going through, and that's how we get to that point. That's what I really want everybody to see.
And back to the point what I was saying about Persia, Cambyses was alienated from the Egyptian priesthood too, so they didn't even let him into the.
So are you saying that the Greeks, those philosophers, they separated religion from science?
Yeah, they was and that's they called them, and they got
I would
thrown out their country.
I would not.
Can I add to that? I would say that when you talk about a priesthood, you're talking about mystery systems, right? So what seems spiritual to some, like the priests were the first to use like fireworks, right? So that would be like spiritual to people on the outside. The priests say they did a ritual or something and they let the fireworks off. People that never seen fireworks would think that was, something godly or spiritual, but that would be taught in the mystery system. So what they considered spiritual, like they had the science behind it, but you had to be initiated to get the science behind the so-called spirituality. I wouldn't say that they separated the two. So like a priest might have knowledge, like heal somebody or something, they might think it's a miracle, but they had a science behind it, but everybody wasn't able to learn the science unless you was an initiate, right? Now everybody could just walk up and become a member of the Amun-Ra priesthood and learn all the mysteries. So I don't know if you can say you can separate the science from the spirituality completely, because
That's what happened.
They didn't, because I was just looking at those philosophers that they credited to, they did not deny the existence of God.
No, but no, never said that. What they did do was they was trying to explain the world with natural occurrences, which to the believer is actually separating it. It's like we do right now. We say, whoa, 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 God didn't cause evolutionary change. Yes, they do. Yes, you do. You're atheist because you say evolution occurs. It's that, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't gotta bash your God. I'm not bashing your God by saying that evolution occurs. I'm just saying that God don't got nothing to do with that. You're atheist. That's the same argument they got. That's the same pushback. Whereas though what I'm saying right now is there's a certain level of sophistication that needs to occur when you separate your religion from your science. That's the level of high level sophistication. We start to see the Egyptians try to do it, but they thought what was old was the best. They couldn't quite get there yet. Matter of fact, the whole community says it. We didn't separate our science from religion. Yeah, if you don't separate it, it's gonna get mumbled, jumbled, mixed up. It's gonna be crazy.
Nobody.
Well, where did the Greeks get the ideas of their philosophy from? Because if you look at the Greek philosophy compared to Christianity, right? If you look at like Plato and them, they talked about their philosophy is based on what's called the ideal realm versus the physical realm. They had the realm of ideas of what they call I forget what they call, but you see the same thing happening in Christianity where they talk about the world of like the heavens that is producing the physical world. That's what the Greek philosophers were talking about. If you study Plato and Socrates and all them, and if we're to say that Plato and Socrates studied with the Egyptian priests, then they had to have some similar concept. It might have got corrupted in some forms, just like when they come with the id and all of that. And we know that they got that from the Egyptians dealing with the ba and the ka and all that.
Yeah, but we overemphasizing that. Like that's way too much. Like the Greeks, and the Persians, they had an empire. And to give y'all an example of what occurred, they wasn't focused on just Egypt. And that's the oversimplification what actually happened. If you really study, when these great empires conquered different, they got knowledge and wisdom from all over. It wasn't just the Egyptian thing. It was a body of work that they was taking and putting it together. And a great example of that would be the House of Wisdom. And I got a book right here. I gotta find it. Type in House of Wisdom.
Yeah, in the Middle East. Yeah,
yes,
right,
in the Middle East. This is where this is central to the Islamic Empire. This is when they reached their first and only golden age.
AD.
Right? Yeah, and so what happened is they actually there was a translating house. Books and libraries started to build up, and they was actually translating Greek, Roman, Egyptian, Persian, and Syrian texts. Now they wasn't doing it for the religion, because they had their own religion. They was Muslims. Simple as that. So they was, and I always found it odd that a group of Muslims would take information from what they considered to be not Persian, but what they call them, pagans. I found it quite interesting, right? But if you look into the night sky, the proof is most of the stars are named after Islamic words.
All right.
They had to use them for desert navigation.
Yo, relax. Just relax. You next, girl. I got you. So yes, we can look at astronomy, not astrology, and a lot of the stars, most of the stars, people don't even know this, right, are actually named, you know what I'm saying, Islamic words, right? So that's when sophistication started to really get here. The Egyptians, with all their wisdom, man, they spooked themselves to death, is what happened to them. This is the same thing that happens in Africa now. Too spooky. You gotta be sophisticated enough to separate it. Watch this. This is a key statement here. Because somebody gonna say, you said Africa wasn't sophisticated? No, you only, when I say sophistication, meaning you gotta know when to knock it the hell off. Meaning you're no longer in an environment where everybody has their religion with their science. Now you're running across a new animal on the block, and this new animal, right, is separating it. So now you're dealing with a group of people who's fighting to separate it, right? And a group of people that's got it together. And when those two worlds meet, the world is separates it and say, yo, you don't got that power no more, priesthood, like the Tsar of Russia did. First thing he do when he came back to Europe is he stomps out the quote unquote Catholic Church or whatever Orthodox Church. When I say stomp out, he took their power from, he said, if you want to wear your beard long, you have to pay a tax. I'm not letting you get into all these affairs. I know who y'all are. Y'all good, but I'm gonna build this navy and I'm gonna go attack the Danes. It's two different mindsets there, right? So don't make it seem like I'm saying it was sophisticated. It's very sophisticated as long as you're dealing with a group of people who's doing the same thing. As soon as you find somebody fighting and separated, now you got a new animal. Well, go ahead, Gullah. That's my point I want to make.
I'll jump from down this Persian to the.
No, I'm gonna say before.
I'm saying, okay, you go after him. Bring it back, Sosa, to Persia, because y'all make great points. But go ahead, Gullah.
No, I was gonna say, even when you said dealing with the Greek, like even before Plato, you had Pythagoras. Pythagoras didn't just, he got some shit from Egypt, but he also traveled to Asia too, and got shit from Asia, and formed the shit together. You know what I'm saying, during the Greek Dark Ages and shit.
Yeah, that's real. Go ahead, Sosa, bring it back where you was at.
Yeah, I think I agree with what Lex was saying, but I think, and then y'all agreeing of all these things that would go into Christian culture. That's when we talk about different things that may have went into Christian culture. That's the conversation that we're having. You know what I'm saying? So I think at this point, pretty much laid a pretty solid case for all these different things that went into Christian thought. You know what I'm saying? That could possibly make up that motif. And I think Jabari got a pretty strong argument, bro. You know what I mean?
All right.
Jabari's gonna win that easy, man.
Yeah, y'all crazy. Y'all think he gonna run through like that? That's crazy.
He gonna win that easily, bro. Like you can't.
Everybody said that.
I ain't gonna let you run it. Let me show this. So in classical Greece and Rome, this supports my point. It says in Western classical antiquity, theism was the fundamental belief that supported the legitimacy of the state. Same thing with Egypt, meaning the cult of Ra. That's what happened to Akhenaten. He went against the state-sponsored thing with his own, he made it his own thing, right? And they erased his name off of temples and shit. This is the same thing that was happening in Greece. It's had the legitimacy of the state, right? Later Roman Empire, historically, any person who did not believe in any deity supported by the state was fair game to accusations of atheism, right? It was a capital crime. Somebody got to mute. Hey, Robin, you got to mute that.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Right. So we talking about a capital crime to say Zeus didn't create thunder and lightning. It's a charges of atheism, meaning any subversion of religion. So when you start talking that shit we talking right now, they will consider us with subversion of the religion. How dare you? It say, well, often and similarly to charges of heresy and piety as a political tool to eliminate enemies. It say Christians were widely reviled as atheists because they did not participate in the cult of the Roman-Greek gods.
Greco-Roman god,
yeah. Christians now, all right? They took their, okay, right. It say during the Roman Empire, Christians were executed for their rejection of the pagan deities in general. So I'm saying that the Christians was trying to get away from the pagan gods. They was rejecting it. We got to make sure that's clear. It says, and the imperial cult of ancient Rome in particular. It says when Christians became the Roman state religion under Theodosius I in 381, heresy became a punishable offense. Right. So my point is that these Greek philosophers were actually thrown out the country, enslaved, murdered, thrown away point blank for trying to give natural.
Those are the Christian martyrs that's what I'm saying. Like, would you say before the Greeks and the Romans, what other culture was dogmatic about religion like that? So I'm saying Christianity kind of comes out of the same thing, even though there seemed to be a conflict between like the Christians and like the pagan Greek Roman gods. The Christians end up really doing the same thing. They reverse it. They say, well, all of those gods are fake and Jesus is real. And then that becomes the Roman Empire that adapts Christianity, and they still do the same thing with Christianity. Before that, though, is there any time, because when you say separate religion from science, did the Egyptians, Persians, or the other groups ever enforce their religion like that, or consider it a crime to have something different? Because I don't think if the Egyptian priesthood, their gods, didn't their gods represent forces of nature?
No, everybody, the Greek gods represented, matter of fact, the Greek gods was
Egyptian gods.
Egyptian gods.
Yeah, but it's
Atheism. So that means that nature, that their science would not have been separated from what they viewed as the forces of nature. It would be about how to harness those forces of nature in order to create from it, right?
Yeah, and I want to also add, though, in some aspects, when they keep saying, like, Egyptians didn't separate, religion from the spookism, like, sometimes all that means is like, like when a doctor in modern day times, before he does surgery on you, he may pray. God gave me the strength, make sure my guide my hands, blah, 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 blah. You feel me? So, but he still does the work, but he just says a prayer beforehand. So just necessarily separate religion from science is not necessarily spooky, just praying, but you still actually do the work. They just believe that the other stuff helps. I mean, so it's no difference. Same shit.
I heard someone, was that you earlier, who said that
y'all messed that up just now, yo, just for the record.
There's no consciousness without a brain or a physical.
No, we're not doing that. Nope. We're gonna say that for the Pseudo Killer show. You get beat up on that.
So I missed your last.
I was gonna relate it though, because
nope. But go ahead, say what you gotta say, but I'm gonna cut you off. I ain't gonna kill you like golf.
All right, I'm not gonna go in it. And also the sister really brought up like the Hindu stuff and was saying like the Hindu was older than Egypt. But I don't know, from the works that I read from Sheikh Anta Diop, Drusilla Duncy, the Kushites brought the religion of Egypt and the religion that went into Hindu Kush. So they come up from the south, they go up into Egypt, and their empire spreads all the way into Asia. So when you're talking about that Hindu stuff, and that is still,
it's not
that's still Kushitic, ain't it? Because what went into
no, that's not. They just sound the same, and it's spelled the same when you write it in Roman numerals. It's two different words. They just sound the same. It's not the same.
What word are you talking about?
The Kush in India, and the Kush that's the Egyptians call.
No, I'm not talking about the word. I'm talking about the migration history and pattern. The Kushites laid down the civilization in what you call India.
No, that's something totally different. The Hindu Kush, that was created by Indo-European people.
No, Indo-European people come in later in the invasion, bro.
Hindu. The Hindu language is an Indo-European language. I hope you know that.
I'm not talking about the language. I'm talking about the culture. Before,
that's not the same as the Kushitic culture. That's an
Somebody can provide a source, and there won't be an argument. Anybody got a source?
I'm supposed to answer something. I thought you asked me the question.
The Wonderful Ethiopian Empire by Drusilla Dusty Houston. She lays this out, and also
that's an outdated book, bro.
But she doesn't lay it out about the Hinduism, and I'm telling you, it's different.
Some information is different. Hold on,
you gotta do one at a time. You gotta do one at a time.
I'm trying to answer it. I thought he asked me the question.
Let him make his statement, and then we go after him, Robin. Like we got it. This shit got it.
Yeah, even without outdated information, that don't mean everything. The foundation of the work, just like Darwin is outdated, but his foundation is not outdated. So what Drusilla Dusty Houston lays down, and also Sheikh Anta Diop and Dr. Ben lays this down in their works. But if you look,
it's all outdated to me.
The Kushite.
Charles Darwin's not outdated. For the record.
Well, some of his stuff is,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
He's wrong on a lot of things. Yeah.
but what I'm saying is, I don't know when. I mean, even European scholars know that the Kushite Empire went all the way into Egypt and into India before the so-called Aryans and those other people came in and invaded. That brought those the caste system and all that. You had Kush, even in Sumeria, the foundation of that is Cushitic, brothers and sisters. That's just history. So what I was just saying to say, what I was saying that to say is,
before this guy says something, after he says something, I just want to say one thing, gosh.
Let Robin comment.
Get him, Robin. Get him.
Okay. This is what I'm trying to say to you. Hinduism is completely different. The culture is different. Everything is different. Even Christianity, the way it's being taught is different. Okay. So I don't know what you're trying to say, but I don't see them going into that. I don't even see what they were even interested
they're all
in.
different, just like Christianity and Islam is different, but the foundation is what I'm talking about.
Okay. The foundation has even changed. So what I'm trying to say
not.
to you
Abraham
is,
and
no, it hasn't.
Like, come on, man.
The foundation hasn't changed.
It's the same.
It's like
foundation.
Yeah.
you
That's
can
what
say
I'm saying
whatever
about.
you want to say, but the teaching from what I have studied, the teaching that we are getting taught now is completely different than what it was back then. Okay.
What
still Abraham, man. Come on, even in Islam, it has not changed. The foundation is still the same.
Right.
Okay,
So,
but that's the way you're being taught. I'm being taught a complete
Well,
different
we gotta deal with.
Wait a minute. I don't even know who's talking to me right now, but I was talking to the brother. I mean, it's too many people jumping in, so I'm gonna talk to the first brother that was talking to me. So what I'm saying is the way that the Hindus teach, they go into a meditation, and it's the same way the Bible is taught, the same things, but taught a different way. Okay. So what I'm saying to you is no, everything is different. Okay. It's just different. And I don't think this would have been taught me. I don't want to go into it because it would be a whole nother.
All right, Rob, freeze real quick. Hey, man.
That don't make no sense. Everything.
Everybody freeze.
No, you can't tell me what don't make no sense because
Show that lady some respect.
You can't tell me what don't make sense because you don't have the same teaching that I do.
Y'all ain't nobody put up no source to say who don't make no sense.
Work that mute button, please, bro. Work
About
that
the
mute
days
button.
of Hinduism.
Work
And
that
y'all
mute
can't
button,
even
bro.
give no accurate
I
date.
got me y'all out. Y'all bugged out.
Get it.
We're not doing
Also,
it. Relax. Listen, man. Support the store, man. All right? Space age Africans, man. Support that, man. All right? We pseudo killing over here, man. This is what we doing. Man, support the shirts. Abji wear. Moderators, please put the link in the chat so people can cop their shirts, man. Do that. Do that for me, man. Man, that's how I pay the bills, right? For this channel right here. This is what I do. You know what I'm saying? And you know, how they say fair exchange ain't never been goddamn robbery.
Okay.
Right? Good damn quality, right? And we doing what we gotta do, man. Appreciate that. I'm gonna let y'all get in. I got 2 sources to share. And then we're gonna, I guess we moving on with the pseudo killer show, man. We're gonna do, you know, at the movies, right? And we're gonna move over there. I don't want to make the show too long, right? But here you go, the STEM, right? Signs undefeated shirts. All right, yeah, Signs is undefeated. All right. So all right, yeah. Here y'all go. Y'all got the link ABDJUWEAR .com. Everywhere. Y'all put in your search in, it's gonna pop up first. All right, do that.
Can we get a date on the age of the Hindu religion?
Wait a minute. Can I say this?
Y'all provide the sources in the back chat.
And what date did it say?
Sources in the back chat. Go look at it, bro.
Wait a minute. Brother, can I say if one is teaching God inside of you and one is teaching God outside of you, that's 2 different teachings.
Okay, I got you, sis. Juju.
I started arguing right back.
Your
right?
article, what date did they give Hinduism?
I'm finna. I mean, damn, it's back there for you. But
you can just tell it to me.
Says, it says Hinduism is the world's oldest religion, according to many scholars, with roots and customs dating back more than 4,000 years.
Okay, how long ago was 4,000 years?
I don't know. I'm not good at math, but I will.
About
but let me finish.
Hold
let
on,
me
I'm telling
finish.
you.
No,
But it's
you
prior,
asked the question. Let me finish though. But I also looked up the birth for Krishna, and she's pretty old too, and nobody's tried to look that up or debate that. Y'all just trying to say she's wrong, and I don't like that.
But
So
Krishna is an
look up what she's saying, bro.
What I'm saying is that
to for
reality.
Oh yeah, hold on, y'all. Hey, we got 170,000 people in the building, man.
I can't even do it. This shit.
We was close to now. You go next, Sosa. We was almost up to 200. Man, make sure y'all like and subscribe to the Real Black Atheists on Fire, because we on fire over here, man. Almost 200,000 people in the building, man. Y'all know we got the pseudo killers coming up, right? Like and subscribe. All right. Hopefully the pseudo killers will be back up next week.
On fire. It's a fire.
Sosa, July 21st, 322, 8 BC is Krishna's birth.
Krishna,
what?
Holy Krishna.
Say what?
July 21st, 322, 8 BC. That's what it says.
That's why I said Hinduism, if it begins at 4,000 years prior to now, that's 2000 BC. What I said was Krishna comes, she's way later. She's
after. We heard you, but
that's what I'm
so
saying. So now I'm speaking and both of y'all cutting it. Like, goddamn, man. So what I'm saying is that if your article puts Hinduism back to 2000 BCE, we can look at Egypt and know that they got a religion older than 2000 BC.
It's oh my God.
And then you can go back to Kush.
Where do you
see that? A lot of the Egyptian stuff is coming from the south too, that went up into Egypt. So you can go back further than that. That's why I said it goes back to the Kush.
What you saying, Sosa? You said something about 2000.
You don't understand what I'm saying.
4,000 years ago. It's 2000 BC.
But that's not even the right date.
4,000 years old. That's 2000 BC.
They might be talking like organized religion, like, you know what I'm saying?
Of course, I mean, there's context to it. That's what the point I'm trying to say. That's why I said, well, you bring up Krishna, Krishna's 1,700 years after Hinduism. I said that's way later. That was my point.
When did the virgin birth story come in Egypt after that religious system started?
Thank you. And this is the situation. The stories are exactly the same.
I can't. I'm on mute, bro.
You don't want to, but listen, someone else also put in the chat a fact about one of the oldest cities. Oh, Dwarka was mentioned in the Mahabharata, but that city, they placed the fact that that city was like pretty damn old, 12,000 years old. So, you know, there's a lot of things that we might need to investigate before we just discount some of this information.
I can never pronounce that right, but he needs to read other sources. Egypt is not the oldest. It's a lot of those stories.
And that was her point. So a lot
neither
of
one of them. The point is neither one of them are old. Kush is not the old.
The only point I was trying to make. It's not like who's right, who's wrong, and all of that. It's so unnecessary. Like, wow.
All right, let me read the source. So let me get back to the point, and we get ready to close it out, man. Appreciate everybody in the chat, man. We got a hell of a crowd today. I don't want to go too long. I want y'all to go back, get the sources. This is the history of atheism right here. This is a Real Black Atheist show. All right. And so, yeah, you bring out your phones, put this in your Real Black Atheist on Fire joint.
Started in Kemet.
All right. So what I wanted to kind of show you was where the fights starting over the separation. I wanted to show the separation and how important the separation is in science. There has to be a separation. So philosophy, right? The roots of Western philosophy began in the Greek world in the 6th century BC. They say the first Hellenistic philosophers were not atheists, but watch this. They attempted, this is what's important, they attempted to explain the world in the terms of the processes of nature instead of by mythological accounts. Thus, lightning was a result of wind breaking out and parting the clouds, and earthquakes occurred when the earth is considerably altered by heating and cooling. The early philosophers often criticized traditional religious notions. Like that's the shit that gets you in trouble in the ancient world. Where if you're in Rome, Greece, your ass gonna start being in grass for that. Criticizing, how dare you talk about evolution? How dare you? You know how your family do you. Anaxagoras in the 6th century BC famously said that if cows and horses had hands, then horses would draw the forms of gods like horses and cows like cows. Another philosopher, Anaxagoras, 5th century BC, claimed that the sun was a fiery mass larger than the Paleophenis, and charge of impiety was brought against him, and he was forced to flee Athens. Right? Then it goes on how they talk about Adams and all that. But watch this. Let's move to Egypt. Right? Where was Egypt trying to do the separation? You gotta separate it. So let's come to the Edwin Smith medical papyrus. Okay, put this in here for y'all. All right, boom, hit that. We our last source for the day, as to not kill you with read them shit. There you go. Scan that QR code. All right, so we right, let's move right here. Okay. This document, which may have been a manual of military surgery, okay, describes 48 cases of injury, fractures, wounds, dislocations, and tumors. It dates to Dynasty 1617, okay, and this is also the period during the Hyksos period, just for the record, running record. It say of the second intermediate period in ancient Egypt, 1600 BCE. It say the papyrus is unique. It's unique, y'all, right? This is not, this is not the norm. Look up the word unique, okay? I'm making my point. What's my point I'm making? My point I'm making here is that they was trying to separate their goddamn spirituality from science and technology. Watch this. It says in the second intermediate period in ancient Egypt, 600 BCE, the papyrus is unique amongst the 4 principal medical papyrus in existence. So they only got 4, y'all. See, we act like they found everything. No, they haven't. Medical papyrus in existence that survive today. It say, while other papyrus, such as the Ebra papyrus, the London medical papyrus, and the medical text based in magic, somebody try to act like magic ain't really magic, whatever, the Edwin Smith papyrus presents a rational, watch this, y'all, rational and scientific approach to medicine in ancient Egypt. This is the level, ladies and gentlemen. This is the level. So in 1600 BCE, right, maybe earlier, they was trying to reach the level. It says, in which medicine and magic do not conflict. That's my point. It serves as conflict when magic and religion is mixed with your science. It say magic would be more prevalent had the cases of illness been mysterious, such as an eternal disease. So when they got to the point, watch this, when they got to the point of something they did not know, what did they do? They used the God of the gaps. That's when it became mystical again. That's my point. They had not completed that in the Nile Valley. The Greeks was getting punished for trying to separate and give you natural understanding. This is my point I'm trying to say. Homo sapiens sapiens.
So did it work, huh?
No. I don't know what that point is you're trying to make. So did it work? I don't know about all that. My point is they hadn't reached that level of sophistication.
I'm talking about the part when they didn't know and they had to go to the so-called, what you would call pseudo or magic.
Oh, hell no. No, of course not.
So all those shamans and everything that was healing people using magical practices, that was all fake?
No, they actually wasn't. They wasn't healing nobody. And if they did happen to heal somebody, that's because the active ingredient in the herb worked, and they couldn't tell you how the hell it worked. How do we know? Because we got the Black African-American scientist, Julian Percy, who was the first person in history to unlock the magic of plants and figured out there's an active ingredient in plants that causes this, and this. So no, they just was getting lucky, bro.
No, they weren't getting lucky. They weren't getting lucky. Those ancient shamans would just be herbalists. It's no different than the hunter-gatherers who know who know what plants to get. They don't know how it works. You don't got to know how it works. I don't know how. I don't really know how my iPhone works.
Yeah, they find the active ingredient that works, but Unc, you know you do have people.
No, we're not doing this. We're not gonna sit up here and act like they knew how that thing worked.
I just explained to you that they don't have to know.
I never said they did. And so since you're not knowing how it works, we won't call it modern medicine now, would we? We wouldn't call it scientific now, would we? It's a specific word for it.
No.
Let's ask you. I wish I had what's on here right now.
Ask you if
no.
Alternative medicine.
Hold on.
I can't think of the word.
Let's ask you if it worked. You said, nah, it didn't work. They were just getting lucky.
They were. That's
a lie.
Hold on. Bro. Wait a minute.
They knew what plants to get.
Don't hit me with absolutes. Let's not do this. The point I'm trying to make here is that sometimes it may have worked, but most times it didn't. They wasn't curing no viruses and none of that shit. None of that shit. Population was low. People stay sick. Come on, man.
You talk about smallpox and shit like that. Like they always going away. I ain't talking about small. We talking about the shit that they deal with. Some of the ailments that they
like what? Give me one.
Snake bites.
Give me one.
Snake bites. Shit for nausea when your stomach when your stomach is upset.
You win, yo.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Yeah. All right. Snake bites and nausea. It worked. All right. There you go.
But even today, we have people doing scientific research on people healing themselves without any herbs. With the power of belief.
We're gonna do this on the serial killers. I'm not doing that with you. I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
Very well. Hey, Sosa, I got your point. Yeah, it worked. You don't have to know. It's a word. What's the word, Sosa? Fuck. What's the word, yo?
Faith.
No,
that's what it is.
Hey, Lex, join the Pseudo Killer Discord, man. You know we got the Pseudo Killer show and shit, bro.
Man, I love the Pseudo Killers. I have fun beating y'all up on this stuff. Man.
I gotta jump on, man. I did like the little quantum mechanics spill y'all got into.
Yeah, I hope you did some research on that electron cloud.
That's what I'm saying. We gotta lay it out. We get the people to use it. Then I'll take the time. I'll read it. And then we can see what's valid and what's not.
Got beat up already. We're gonna get him again because he's coming.
I don't think he got a chance to really have to lay it out, but it's good. It's good. Conversation, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
A different frame of thought. We can just build on it. You feel me?
Hey.
And I'm gonna say too, Lex.
The word is serendipity.
Right.
Damn.
Most science.
My motherfucking man.
And most scientific discoveries, even today.
Yo, Wishmacomb beat me up with serendipity. Yo, he ran me off.
I beat you up with serendipity. Remember I said to you and Corey that day. I was like,
I don't know, niggas beat me up with that. I was like, oh shit.
And even today, even in 2022, most scientific discoveries are brought about through serendipity, bro. Even today.
They double blind. They like to get away.
I like to read that though, yo. So
the new discoveries on the black hole.
You can pull it up.
We're finding that out by serendipity.
Okay.
Like those it wasn't predicted.
No. Hold that for the pseudo.
Okay. All right, cool.
Thanks, everybody. Look, we're going to lock into the Pseudo Killer Show, man.
Drop the link.
Pseudo Killer Show, man.
No, we're going to keep on this link, right?
We're going to stay on this link. Yeah, we're going to stay on this link. So look, man, I want the 170,000, 80,000 people in this damn room. We're going to start a new thing, right? On the Real Black Ages, but it's a Pseudo Killer Show where you got Vance and Chefernell and Sosa and Corey. You know what I'm saying? When we get it in, we definitely going to beat up Lex today because he itching to get beat up. He just itching. He itching. We can start out with serendipity. And we want to talk about some James Webb and all that, man. I appreciate all support today in the Real Black Atheist joint, man. I like that. We was jamming, man. Shout out to everybody that came through, man. I appreciate it. Too many people call everybody out, man, but I just appreciate the moderators, man. I appreciate the conversation. I appreciate everybody that came through. We're going to hit that reset button for that Real Black Atheist Show. Everybody that's on this